Doing this because I want to take long showers with you, asshole.
Ain't you them kids that have been slacking off in my tool shed?
My a bunch of fucking iceholes like yourself.
Yeah, listen, you ought to just do gigs in the car with now and get in with us. That's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh my God, there's 100 morons in my ticket. Mulligan, Diamond Dogs is struck again.
Well, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas, looking for strippers for pain. 1, 2, 3, Transformers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
The Basement Benchwarmers Podcast, our 100th episode. Oh, now we're older than Betty White.
Oh.
But not older than Lily. We are back. Eric, Ed.
Oh, wow. He said he was nervous.
It's not even 100 episodes. Willie and Glenn is here with us tonight. Hey, Glenn, how are you? Good. After that intro, I expect you to have a snapshot. No? I know. Not tonight. So, to start the show tonight, something different. I put together a little bit of a clip package from our first 100 shows. Not very long, nothing fancy, different from the other one. So, we'll start off.
Well, if anybody's seen the show, when you usually say package, it's completely different.
So here we go. Let's start off with that start show tonight.
Basement Benchwarmers Podcast Show.
And Ed, what's yours?
I'm drinking local tap water. It's wonderful. It's tasteless and it's free. You can see right through it. Look at this.
What are you doing now? This is filmed? I look
Secret.
for it pretty quiet, so I don't know what exactly happened.
You reported fake news.
Yeah.
I saw it somewhere. Take it easy, Tapper. What's your source?
Facebook Live.
Little man Logan's birthday on Friday. Saturday he won.
You named it?
Little man Logan.
Oh, I know it.
On you thought what I did was interesting? Awkward. And I'll see you guys later.
Well, wasn't it Little Man Glenn's birthday?
That was last every weekend's Little Man Glenn's weekend. Celebrate alone. Is that like food? No, actually. It's celebrating Christmas. Oh,
So, well, JP's born, he's back by the week.
Tell you what, we can't talk about car politics. Oh, thank goodness.
Hey,
oh,
hey,
yeah,
I
I tell you what, we can sleep right now. So we okay, so you go to the next post. When it
Shannon.
no. Kevin Durant.
Oh, I'd love to see.
I'd
love to see Barkley do it.
Your answer is wrong.
Terrible.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, so you got to ask him what category. Football 51.
This is Jeopardy. Oh, all right, you guys. Who was the last left-handed quarterback to be in the Hall of Fame? Oh, I think it's all innocent people have nicknames. Guys, innocent. I think you guys see everybody's got a nickname. I came up with nicknames for all of us. Well, I had nothing better to do. You know the toilet? Yeah, actually, Eric came up with Little Ghost Say.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Your nickname? That's you know, Willie, Little Swoop. That's what Glenn said here. I came up with Little Sausage for him.
Wait for my names.
That's the Little General.
There you go.
And I'm Little Funny.
You are a little funny.
Tucker with the rebound. The Suns are not going to foul. It's been a 50-year journey. Wisconsin, we've got a room at the top of the world tonight. The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions.
Well, last week it's been Flurona this, Flurona that. You know that?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not scared. You know, I'm hoping I don't get the Slurpees.
Lots of curling, guys. Lots of curling. Hurry! Hard! Hard!
Oh,
Yeah, you know what the funny
sounds
thing
like
is?
a good night.
Oh, no.
Sounds like Valentine's Day.
And the funny thing is, I was watching the USA versus China, and the Chinese team, they also won't use their word for radio.
Yeah, baby. Out. You know why Willie does the doggy style, right? We just go watch curling. That's a little hockey joke.
Not the last time I matched my shot was back anyway. That's it.
That's great. That's awesome. Great show, guys.
Yeah,
I'll
great
see you.
show.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody. Take care. So that's our first look at our first 100 shows. Audio bad on Facebook Live. And anyway, so anyway, so 100 show. Great show here. Let's start. I always do every show. I always do the first head. I'm all excited. Wisconsin 6 months long. Here's how that all game hunt ended. So actually today, I'd like to thank all the guns that did report. Like, but well, you and your owner should be commended for not being involved in the fire. Right? He's trying to come up here for 100 statement. PSA. Yeah, I mean, I love it. We never talk about it as a sport. You know, it's a sport for us, not the animal. What's the sport? The hide and 4x400. That's the ultimate hide and seek, right?
They train all year for it, don't they?
Your entire life.
We chase.
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling better. I did the Concho Cinco cleanse. Did you hear about that? I did that. It was 5 days. Tacos, burritos, salsa. Not avocados because way too expensive now. Margaritas, masa agave, beer. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, it was kind of like something for colonoscopy. I'm feeling good and you know, ready to roll now.
I was pretty good down there earlier.
Did it echo?
I heard it squeaky. Squeaky.
Oh,
That,
Uh,
you would have
Yeah.
seen that really deep.
it
So-
was a happy ending.
it was a happy ending on that. Speaking of happy ending. How was your week, Willie?
Oh, pretty good. It was the week with a little golf, Oak Brook.
Really?
Oh yeah. Putt shack.
Oh, okay. Indoor.
Indoor. Yeah, it
Oh,
was a little 9 or 9 and 9, which is 36 holes. Yeah, and pretty cool. You know, your ball had like a split. We actually got
Hmm. You're up.
with some PBRs. And that's awesome. And Haley, thanks, Kevin.
We should do an outing.
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do
thanks
an
for
outing,
thanks
yeah.
for inviting us.
It was a good time.
My invite always lost. Has to be snail mail.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was
Oh,
just a little
thanks,
man,
Kevin.
Yeah. It was just a little man Logan.
Little man. Well, thanks, little man Kevin.
He's got a feel
Oh,
EO.
yeah.
Scott, how was your week?
You. Wait. Yeah. Besides now, everything else was fun. I don't know. Honestly, I'm always fan from Jay Cutler.
Oh, friend of the show, pal.
Yeah.
Congratulations on our 100
If I may, I'd like to say, yay, congratulations on 100 shows you hacked. Just for the show that ended to a podcast. Apples are smoking day.
Thanks, Jay.
So Jay Cutler came with a card. Yeah. It's not that neat.
Well, Aaron Rodgers wanted to send us somebody who's in the middle of one of those cleanses. Yeah.
Not the conscious thinker. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great.
Yeah. It's called trying to.
Yeah. I listened to heavy metal during the whole thing too. And mariachi.
Heavy Myriad.
Yeah, that.
We have congratulations on the episode from Cam Crable, Dr. Ramirez, congratulations on the episode. Nice. Gloves. Eric Willie says 100 after conversations, 100 episodes, with all 100 more candidates tomorrow. Congratulations on 100. Well done and not such a bad show. So that's the comment.
I like how Jared says, well, listen to this at work. So, somebody's paying him to listen to this shit.
So tonight's topic, we got our poll question. Our poll question is: in 5 years, who do you think is the top athletes in baseball, football, well, and basketball, NBA, MLB, and NFL?
Real
We also our take that characters for and we will talk about a bunch of other good, bad, and ugly. We start with that every week. And we have a top 10 also. And we have a bunch of other stuff here. I'm sure we have stuff to share. We have a couple guests on. Hopefully, at that point, in a few minutes. But we'll start.
Did Morgan Freeman this week?
No, these are real people. These are salty. These are salty earth people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
These are real people. These are real people. So let's start off with a good guy. Let's start out with the ugly, and we'll start with the really.
I'm going to go with the MLB lockout. I mean, we bring this up, but I think it's pretty obvious. The owners don't want it. They're out pretty well. I concur.
My ugly is that famous left-handed golfer that we've all known for grow and love. It's obviously you can say what you want, but sometimes those quiet things or loud things in your head, you should just keep them in your head and not say them out and not say them. So obviously he's losing some sponsors, and corporate sponsors are tough because they're going to be way more sensitive than even Nike, if their situation. But it's just a bad situation the whole way around. Whatever on Phil and just on the ball. So
Actually, I mean, reading like a little bit about it, but delve deeper into it.
he could have been. I think
What the hell was going on?
He
He should claim something was wrong with him.
Yeah.
We
We didn't hear the audio of it.
Right.
We don't have the audio of it anywhere.
I heard he talked about that Saudi Arabia guy that got up there journalist about bags.
quote him. He said, "There's Jerry Bleep involved here."
Very motherfucker.
We know they killed Khashoggi and have a terrible record, all the record on human rights. Knowing all this, why would I even consider it? Because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. We should be
Idiots.
the PGA Tour option. You're worried about going to business with guys like that because he's made how much money has he got?
Oh, I mean, tons. But he also, we know he has a little bit of a gambling.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
really? He already, there's a guy in prison because of that, basically, like, 2 years back. Golf course casinos that he was over 6 million. He had no problem selling the guy out.
He makes big money.
He won. That journalist was talking about that. Trump put up with shit for like 2 or 4 years about that from the media, about why he didn't do anything about that guy. You guys don't remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was like
Oh, yeah.
nonstop. He had to deal with that. Now these guys did the same thing. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, he's just talking about it for 4 years. Well, it's just how to keep his mouth shut. Yeah, I mean, he has Workday as a sponsor. Right. Well, I mean, Callaway didn't drop this on pause. But what happens, ever have a girlfriend tell you, let's just put things on pause for now? Break? Does it ever come back? We're on a break. Are you saying Callaway's banging a bunch of other dudes? My God. I think so. Colin Morikawa. Wasn't Phil the same one that was made the moronic comment that Danica Sorensen was in the top 20 in the men's a few years back? I'm pretty sure it was Phil. It could have been. No, I'm gonna go with the China. We're starting to get the stories coming back. Vincent Chu came back and he said he didn't. They blocked him out of the closing ceremonies. He didn't get to perform one of his events for testing. Nobody's getting their medals. There's broken pipes. You're starting to hit these stories all the time.
Anybody watch it?
Yeah, but you couldn't say a lot of it there. Did you? Oh, are you? Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't watch.
I kept watching figure skating.
Yeah, I
kept
turning it on and we get figure
Every
skating
time
too.
I work out like once a week. Every time I'd go to work out, one thing on was you're looking for. Oh my God! I was acting like I was chasing him around the ice. That's the part of the workout. Well, no, yeah, yeah, Marquette. Oh, that's like the library too.
It's just weird. What was that noise? Did anybody hear that noise just now?
Yeah, something beeped in my
Something's
ear.
on fire.
Was it just me? Oh, our guest is here. That's why our guest is here. So we got through the bad.
Look at him.
Let's have our guest join us right now.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this right.
That was ugly.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Good. How you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you great. Yep.
Hey, Michael.
So how's it going?
It's good. I can't complain. Just living life in South Carolina. How about you guys?
I just living life here in Wisconsin.
Yeah. How's the weather?
It was about 70 degrees this past weekend, so not too bad.
We got 40 today. We were happy. We got 40. It was almost 50 actually at one point. Cool.
So, Michael, we haven't talked to you in a while. First take, obviously, we talked to you about football in the past, so let's start with that. We haven't talked to you in a little bit. How did you like? How'd you like the Super Bowl? How it ended? How it went? What'd you think of it? I know it wasn't the Packers. I understand. I know that was a big thing around here, but Rams, and it was a good game. But what'd you think about the whole game and how it ended up and how the Bengals got there and all that?
Yeah, I thought kind of on the back of Joe Burrow and that coaching staff, it was pretty impressive on the behalf of the Bengals. But I thought the game it was pretty amazing. But the last 2 minutes really slowed down for me in terms of it became like the ref show. I think that all game they were allowing the wide receivers and the cornerbacks and the DBs to battle, and that last 2 minutes, I think there was like 3 major penalties. When the Bengals were on defense on the last 2 drives, I believe, that kind of really screwed them over in the long run. And I just wish there was some more consistency officiating. Like I don't think that in the last 2 minutes of any game, whether it's MLB, NFL, or NBA, that the officiating should get tighter. I think that if anything, the officiating should get even more loose at those during those frames in the game. So that was a little bit of a letdown because I think, you know, that last drive, that middle linebacker for the Bengals, he was playing a heck of a game, and he got screwed over on that pass right over the middle where I don't believe that was holding, and I think that kind of changed the trajectory of the game. But overall, I thought it was a great Super Bowl.
Okay. I have another question for you. We've talked about this. We debated this a couple weeks ago, or not debated it. We just talked about it. Matt Stafford, what does that do with his legacy and Hall of Fame type possibilities for him?
Yeah, I think that there's two sides of it. People who think that he had a great career, but that the benchmark for Hall of Fame is so high that you don't want to let anyone in it. But then again, there's people who believe that once you win that Super Bowl and you had a great career, that you should automatically be left or kind of get brought into that discussion. I think he's in the discussion, but I think that just because you have great stats your whole career, and then when you move to a really talented team and you're not really the best player on that team, I don't know if that cements you as a Hall of Fame quarterback. You know, he had probably one of the best receivers, if not the most talented wide receivers that the NFL ever saw for, 9 years that Calvin Johnson was in Detroit. And also while Stafford was in the NFC North, you know, I know the Bears and the Packers had some really good defenses, but for the most part, there wasn't any like standout defenses for the majority of his career that he played, 8 games every year. 6 games every year. 8 games, 8 games every year against the NFC North. So, his stats aren't crazy to me that he put those numbers up, but I think he at least gets to be in the discussion. I don't think he's cemented as a Hall of Famer, though.
Okay. Anything? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean, I think you're right. The reason I would hesitate to answer that question is how old is Matt Stafford? I mean, I think
32 or 30.
Yeah, I mean, why are we talking about it? Yeah, like let's talk about it in 4 years. Let's see what he does over the next few years, and if he's still with the Rams and they can continue to compete. I mean, am I right, Mike? I mean, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that him winning the first Super Bowl allows him to be in the discussion, because I think it's different. And I'll bring up, because I'm a homer and I love the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, but I think that, Aaron Rodgers has one Super Bowl, but I think that, there's no argument just because he only has one Super Bowl that he's not in the Hall of Fame discussion, or that he's not a Hall of Famer, because, year in and year out, he was the best or one of the best at his position. I think that goes to say for any quarterback that was in the top 3 of their position every single year in and year out. Whereas Matt Stafford, I don't believe that he was that for a majority of his career. I mean, even this year he had great numbers, but I don't even think he was in top 5 statistics at his position.
Okay. Any other ones before I get to some other things here?
I'm waiting for Willie to start yelling at him.
Well, Willie's a Lions fan, so he's a Stafford guy. So
very happy with what happened. So,
well, you're not going to get all.
But I think it goes to show that he's in the discussion, though. I think that if he continues to ball out in the next 2 or 3 years, even if he doesn't win another Super Bowl, if he continues to have the durability and play at a high level, then it just becomes an easier answer for him to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's got to continue to make the playoffs and put up good numbers, and I think he's there probably. But
okay,
you're right.
So what? We'll stay in Wisconsin. Move to Wisconsin. How about, what do you think of the Bucks right now? What's going on with them?
They're playing well. I think, what are they, the 6th seed, or they're
fifth,
in
5 today? Yeah, 5th. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and to be honest,
or something. Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, they don't televise them down here too much, so I don't get to watch them play all that often. But Giannis is having a career year again. I think that I would say he's the best overall basketball player in the world right now from a defensive and offensive standpoint. And the way he can just will his team. I mean, we saw it last year for them to win the championship. And I think that trade to get Serge Ibaka was big. Middleton's a good player. So I think they have all the tools, and I think that as the season goes on, they're just going to get better and better. And good defensive teams and teams that have people that know how to play defense in the NBA, it always goes to show in the playoffs and for the championship that those are the best teams that always kind of show out and win it. So I think that we have a lot to look forward to. I think your Bulls are scary.
Oh, I'm a Bucks fan actually. I'm not
okay.
I was a big Jordan fan. That's about it. But I'm a Giannis fan. I like the Bucks. I just don't like Middleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Scott.
I'm going to guess he didn't
Mike.
listen to the show last week.
Yeah.
Michael, we have this debate all the time, and when I think we finally settled it maybe last week, but Scott absolutely hates Middleton, thinks he's garbage.
No, hate's a strong word.
And I made the statement that he's a top 30 player. Okay, and I went through the whole process of ranking players, and I looked at other rankings, and a lot of the big SI, ESPN, they had him as a top 30 player. I ended up ranking him around 37th or something, and Scott actually went through the exercise too and had him 45th, 46th, something like
somewhere
that.
in that.
What do you think? I mean, off the top of your head, when you look around the NBA, is he a top 30, top 35 player? Is he even better than that?
Oh, I think definitely. I think easily top 35 because he gets it done on the defensive side, but also he's one of the silent assassins in terms of shooting. And he sometimes he gets bogged down in his hand, but he's one of those players that I think that the way you got to look at value, especially in the NBA, is like what you could get for him on the market. And I think with Chris Middleton, if you put him on any other team that doesn't have a max superstar, he's probably a superstar on that team.
Michael, let me ask you again. Would you go to college for? What sport did you play?
It was college football.
But you played basketball in high school, right? You're a basketball.
Yeah. I played basketball.
Yeah, I don't know. You're
No,
right.
he
You're
sounds
right.
like he knows what he's talking
I think you're right. When you say top 35,
I understand what you're saying, but
yeah.
we see him play all the time, and he's just I don't know. There's so many other guys in the NBA that could take his spot in a second. You wouldn't miss him. I understand what you're saying with value. I get that. I understand that totally.
I think I'm in the middle of the both of you though, because I don't think he'd be a superstar on some other
But
team.
that's the thing. I look at it. He's not even the second best player on the Bucks. I think Drew Holiday is personally.
But the Bucks are the world champs.
But I'm just saying because Drew Holiday is.
And I agree with you on that.
Michael, do you agree with you? Would you put Middleton ahead of Drew Holiday?
Well, I think that I'm more so going off of last year and what I remember from last year because I can't watch them as much. So I watched them all the playoffs.
And he did have his big games in the playoffs.
Yeah.
There was one or two when Giannis went down. So that was huge. I understand.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Eric actually brought that up, how good his playoff numbers were.
Yeah.
And Scott agrees with you, but he doesn't agree with me.
Well, no, he had a good. But once again, the other night we were at a game against a game that these are becoming must-win games because they're the 5 seed right now.
Yeah.
There are 2 games out. We keep saying that, but those 2 games you keep losing to the 76ers with just Embiid. You lost yesterday to the Nets with just Kyrie Irving. So that's the problem I'm having.
Yeah, but you know what? He had good numbers the other night. Everybody did. Even Portis was awesome.
But you allowed
they don't defend.
That's the thing.
They didn't defend the perimeter, and that's been the same thing the last 3 or 4 years.
The COVID defense.
Get out there. Yeah. Jeez.
So before I let you go, Michael, what was it? Was there one more thing we were going to talk about? Well, I was going to give you 3 topics real quick. I'll give you those 3 I sent you. Okay. And word association type stuff, but you can give a 30-second to a minute response to it. I'll give you three things. First is going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Legend.
You can speak his full sentences.
Okay. I thought we were doing words. Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead. Just give a roundabout what you think was going on with him and all that. Yep. Aaron
Okay. Well, I think that he was probably grossly unappreciated by the organization for a long time, and it kind of shed light last year, in the off season. And I think that it took a while for the organization to realize that that's not how you treat a superstar, especially someone who's, just been the preeminent, franchise player, not only in your organization, but in your whole state and your whole region. So I think that he has ground to stand on for being upset with the Packers. And I'm not one of these people to say everything the Packers do is great, because I think that they have a lot to fix within the organization. But at the same time, the prima donna type stuff, not saying he is one, but it gets old because it looks like that. And I wish that from a fan standpoint, and from a team owner standpoint, which I just bought some stock, that we'd have a decision fairly soon on it. And I think that's coming. I think that he ends up staying in Green Bay in my heart.
I think we might be getting something tomorrow on him, maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
McAfee show.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about Middleton. We just talked about him. So the other subject, how about what's going on with the Major League Baseball right now?
Yeah, to be honest, I have this discussion with my friends all the time. Baseball, in general, for me, has gotten to become such like the good old boys club. And and even a lot of my friends who are big baseball fans, like, Manny Santana and whatnot, who would ride or die for baseball. Even he's in the same boat where, he thinks that there needs to be a lot of changes from the league level. And it's kind of unwatchable, or just like the antics that go on in the game. It's like the no fun game anymore. Like you can't get excited about hitting a home run. Pitchers get mad, batters get mad for like the smallest little things. So I think that it's kind of like the unspoken rules of the game kind of ruin it sometimes.
Yeah. I agree. It's pretty true. I mean, it's
and I think from the lockout standpoint, I don't know everything that's going on. I wish that I wish lockouts weren't a thing. I wish that they would see, whenever like these players unions or when these contracts come up, they could almost like start having it like fielded out within like 2-year standpoint. Like they should be fine. They should try to be hashing it out for years in advance rather than letting it, get to a point where the contract's null and then you can possibly get into a lockout situation.
Well, I agree with you there. You think even if it's not the 2 years, but even if it was like the week after the World Series ended, they knew this was coming. Let's start having games now and start figuring this out now. I mean, that gives you 3-4 months, then 5 months. Now they're doing it 3 weeks before. This always happens. They're not going to get it fixed in 2 weeks. There's no way. They're not going to.
Yeah.
They're not going to. It's not that simple. Especially like you said, baseball's too dug in his ways sometimes with things. So, okay, well, Michael. I'm sorry, Willie.
I got a question for you, Mike. So, what food and/or restaurant do you miss most in Kenosha?
Was it what food in a restaurant in Kenosha that I miss most?
Or restaurant do you miss most?
Oh, let me see here.
You better say your mom's.
Other than your mom.
That's a given. That's a given.
Yeah. To be honest, my favorite pizza place, I don't know if I'm going to get killed for this or not, but I love Germano's pizzas and wings.
Okay. Yeah.
And then a nice boathouse tea.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I like that. I like that.
Well, Michael, anything else, guys? Well, Michael, thanks for joining us. Obviously, it was our 100th show tonight, so we've been around for a bunch of weeks. So thank you for joining us. I hope everything's going well with you guys down in South Carolina. And once again, thank you for joining us.
Awesome. I appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Michael.
Take care, Michael.
Take it easy, Michael.
In the words of Charlie Barons, I'll tell your mama you says hi.
Yeah. So Michael Roach, we talked before, played in Trail,
Oh,
played at Wolford in South Carolina.
obviously some concussions there.
So yeah, Michael
loves Rogers and Middleton.
Oh,
try to lose your Wi-Fi on your phone. God,
Is that bad right now?
yeah,
huh?
something's going on.
Okay.
What's going on with our connection? But anyway, he froze up, but he was all okay. We're the ones in yellow now. This has happened, and I don't know.
Kevin said he sounded better once he came on.
Yeah, so maybe he helped us clear up. So I don't know. So yeah, that was. Thanks for joining us. Let's go to our. We were good, bad, and the ugly.
we're on bad now.
We're on bad. So Willie, bad. You can start with the bad.
My bad. I'm gonna go with the. There's a couple ways to go. I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Lakers. They found a new low on Sunday with 123-95 loss to the Pelicans, and they've been getting booed quite a bit.
How many did Zion score
at
against them?
Crypto.com. I don't know, Ed. He's on your team. Let me know.
Jesus.
So right now, believe it or not, they are a robust 27-33
with 9 superstars.
and they're tumbling
on it.
down.
You hear my
backward
laugh
quick.
because I love it.
Did we not
I
call
think-
this
I think
before
it's
the
awesome.
season?
I think it's awesome.
Did I think I heard on the way here, isn't Russell Westbrook the highest paid player in the NBA?
Could be.
It's good spending, good use of
And
money, I guess.
LeBron James is thinking about making Space Jam 3 just to pay him out to get him out of there. I think that's what's happening right now.
Was that you laughing or was that
Jordan laughing at Peyton.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, you know what? The good call. This would be what Jordan's doing right now.
Cut this in later.
Yeah, cut it out. That's what you hear right now.
Now, we do live podcasts now.
Yeah. So that's Jordan right now. Looking at LeBron.
My bad is the.
I got a bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name again? Glenn?
George.
Thanks, Costanza.
The NFL not investigating the Cowboys after that scandal with the cheerleaders. Isn't that just because they're not black? Is that why they're not doing it?
The Cowboys?
I think anything with the Dallas Cowgirls
was snuck into the cheerleaders locker room while they were dressing in 2015 and was videotaped.
No, that was the Redskins.
No, that's Dallas. It's Jerry
I
Jones.
thought it was Schneider.
No,
that's the investigating him still.
Don't you mean the Commanders?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that was Jerry. That was the Redskins.
It's
the Cowboys. The Redskins.
How many Jello shots do you have?
Look, he's got them
now.
stacked.
Yeah, I've got a whole pile.
I'm up to 8.
But yeah,
You are a pile.
I need 2 more.
So Jones settled for 2.4 million, but the NFL is not going to do anything.
Really?
That's
Good old boys club.
I agree. Yeah, that's bad.
Back to, I'm
Jeez.
sorry.
Good call, Glenn.
I add on to what Willie said about I have part of the LeBron James story the other night. So supposedly someone in the stand said to him, was going after him and said he needs to learn how to play defense better, and kept going. And then finally LeBron made a comment. Tell me one thing you know about basketball besides the ball going in the hoop. And then he said, shut your ass up to the fan. Now, if I was a fan, I would have said, I agree with you. You stop talking about politics stuff you don't know about, and I'll quit talking about stuff I don't know about.
Oh, and I like that.
Touché.
I wish the fan would have said that.
That would have been awesome. And then the flip side of it, then also another player on the Lakers got into another fan, called him a bitch ass. That was on recording, and they're just falling apart. And Jeannie Buss got up and walked out of the game.
Yes,
in
she
the
did. Yeah,
quarter.
I saw that.
So it's become a total mess in LA. And
Did she leave because Hop was there?
And I said this like 2 weeks ago. They should have just traded all these guys. Should have got rid of them all. Just got rid of them and rebuilt. They know.
Does LeBron have an out clause in this? Can he leave next year?
They probably can't trade him because they probably don't have. They can't not allowed to unless they say okay. And then who's gonna want Westbrook at this point?
Yeah.
Davis, you probably get rid
Well,
of.
I just want to know if LeBron can just walk.
Well, LeBron, who knows? He's been
probably-
talking. He wants to play until his kids can play, and then he wants to play with him. for a year.
2024.
He's
I think
only in
LeBron
high
can play.
school.
Yeah, he's gonna.
And what's the guarantee he's going to play? I mean, are you kidding me? That's
LeBron will get him.
just
LeBron
dumb.
will get him drafted.
Well, here's the deal. If you draft my kid, you get me.
Yeah, but do you want him?
Right. Right.
Well,
At
I
that
mean,
point.
he's still
He'll put
playing. He's
fans in
playing
the
well
stands.
now.
Yeah, I mean, but they're
still
still losing. It's not the team. These guys they made him go get. They're not winning with.
It's going to be in China. He's going
They
to be playing
forced
there.
him. I mean, Davis. But the Westbrook thing. All of us agreed on that. That was a terrible move by them. It made no sense.
Well, you know what? And I think that Westbrook, and I said it, I think the week before, he could leave and probably still play pretty good for a few more years because he needs to have the ball in his hands. He's a greedy player.
Yeah.
He needs to have. He's like Harden. He needs to have the ball in his hands. And with LeBron bringing the ball, LeBron commands the ball and he runs the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Westbrook has to be that guy. That's why he's not a complimentary player.
Yeah.
You know, that's. I thought that was going to be a
They're saying
mistake
that
from the start.
Video's blurry and everything.
Yeah,
Jesus,
whatever.
what the hell?
Now the host is complaining.
No, that's me. I said Wi-Fi is lagging.
Is our but I mean,
that
our
guy's a
recording?
dick.
It does, our
No,
recording. will be
recording.
fine.
Yeah, we're good.
That's
we're good.
my
Oh, that's
bad.
all that matters.
Yeah,
Heck with these people.
That's my bad.
Facebook, Hulu, whatever it is.
So you're bad, Eric. I'm sorry because I had to. Give
My
you-
bad is the Facebook. No, I'm my bad is the top 10 college basketball teams on Saturday. 7 of the top 10 lost, including I think the top 6, all lost, and they didn't just lose close ones. Gonzaga one lost by like 11, I think.
10 or 11, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's some of you could kind of Baylor was one of the upsets. Well, Baylor was the national champion last year, but still, at this point in the season, it's late in the year, when you're vying for spots in the brackets and seeding and stuff like that, you better damn win.
I like those losses though. They help.
They probably help a few of those teams
because Gonzaga is still going to be a number 1 seed, no matter they
Oh, yeah.
lost, but they're still going to get them refocused. Maybe like, okay, we just can't walk in a gym and beat anybody. I mean, that's
Well, the thing that scares me is Purdue was one of those losses, and now the Badgers play Purdue on Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, they play.
And that will prevent. So, well, whatever. We'll get to good.
Bad.
Well, I was going to say, as a Wisconsin fan, we're used to these bad losses at the end of the season. Usually knocks them
Oh,
out.
it's
But
usually
then they get like a
football, though.
9 seed.
Nine.
Nine.
Right now they're projected as a 3 seed. I
Yeah,
think.
that's what I heard
keep
today.
seeing. So we'll see. They're
All right.
always seem like a 5 seed.
Yeah.
My bad.
No,
Is,
my bad.
Oh, I thought,
I was just
I thought that was your bad. I'm
piling
He
sorry.
was
on.
commenting.
No, mine. So we talked about it a bunch of times with baseball. The problem right now is free agency. So we have everybody out in free agency. Spring training hasn't even started.
Well, yeah.
We might be weeks out yet.
Yeah.
Then they got to sign everybody yet.
Well, yeah, this.
And what about arbitration?
We got. I think.
Oh my gosh.
They're gonna keep they play and then get arbitrated during the season. I think.
Yeah, because you can't arbitrate without having any ground rules for pay and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't know what's going to be.
So it could happen mid-season.
Yeah,
So
that's
this-
Well, it probably
from what
helps
I
the
heard,
clubs.
that's
That
what I
helps the
heard.
clubs.
Yeah, this is a mess because, like I said, there's a lot of players that aren't on teams right now. I mean, probably 100. I don't know.
At least.
It's got to be. So
I
yeah.
would think at least. Yeah.
So I mean, different look, like he said, than the arbitration shit that people are thinking more on the nuts and bolts of this thing. There's a lot of it's affecting a lot of other things.
My bad is, and I talked about it before, is just the Bucks' couple last few games against better teams. Just they're not looking good. And the sad thing about the Bucks right now is that Portis is scoring, but Portis is becoming a liability on defense. He really is at times.
He always has been.
He's hurting them. I did say this today. We were talking at work, and I said one thing about it. I think what they can do to keep Portis on the court offensively, if they play the Nets, is I really think they should contemplate having him guard Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, you don't have to guard him at the line. He can be out for jumpers. You got to guard. You can guard almost
Because if he comes
sag down.
inside, there'll be help.
You can sag down for him.
Yeah.
So I mean, that might be the way to defend that. Put Drew Holiday on Tobias Harris or something like that, which is fine. But I'm kind of looking ahead. I mean,
Well, a
you know
lot
what
of
I'm saying?
things can happen too. Brooke could be back.
And Brooke is supposed to be back.
He's
He's
supposed to
practicing
be.
now. So what? But you're going to lose the offensive Portis, who was he scored. I mean, he's
Yeah.
been like
8 threes.
in their last like month. He's probably in there. He
On
might
fire.
be their top 3 scorers. I mean, on the team, he possibly could, or top
He
4.
was second the other night.
Yeah, he's tight in the scoring for average, I'm sure,
Yeah.
besides Giannis. So, I don't know. I just think they're just something about them right now. They're missing something. I just can't figure it out. Even last year when they're losing these games, you would watch it and go, okay, they'll right the ship. Or the years before, just something doesn't seem right. When I was at the game a few weeks ago, it just didn't seem right to me watching them when we were at the game.
Yeah.
It just something was off about them. They were just like
There was no elote.
well, that Maxi, I mean, 8 straight points. He just did the same thing 4 times. He sprung the basket, did a layup. And we're like, he's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
Nobody's even coming close to
no,
stop him.
it was weird. Just stand in front of him, stop him. But
Yeah.
whatever.
I could have D'd him up, I think.
You like the D.
Oh,
if
you're right.
I had a lote in one hand.
No, coming from the Bucks apologists right here, they've been very disappointing the last. I thought coming out of the shoot after having 9 days or 7 days off or whatever it was, I thought they would have been playing a little bit better because I still think about the potential that they're just still exhausted from the run, the playoff run. And you had 2 guys, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. They went overseas and played in the Olympics and on and on and on. There was barely any off season. I just feel like maybe they're exhausted. But now you just gave them 7 days off, and they come back, and it's still disappointing.
Yeah, we got our next guest. I'm gonna set him up here.
Oh my God.
They're
All
coming
these
in hot and
guests.
heavy.
Okay, let's see any pops. And we'll start with the good, but we'll stop where we're at. Let's go with the good right now. Good. Oh no, do we get?
No, we didn't do
I was
good.
last bad. Yep.
Yeah.
So good.
You
Go
got
start.
your bad?
Yep, start the Yep.
I'm gonna go with DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, that's the only thing
I just traded him, too.
Did you
last
really?
night. Yeah, I had
Like,
to.
8 straight 35-point games.
He's
Yeah.
incredible.
Awesome player. He's got to be in the talk for MVP right now, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
he-
well,
he-
I think
should be the
Embiid. I think
MVP.
Embiid is the MVP.
him and Embiid are at the top
Yeah.
2, right?
Right.
And Giannis is kind of.
to be. I mean, and I think it really has to how far he can take the Bulls into the playoffs.
that'll be the key.
Right?
That'll
Yeah.
be the key. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I like
just an
that.
awesome play.
I'll be quick. My good is Badger basketball. They were projected to be finished 9th in the Big Ten, and they are looking at if they beat Purdue, they at least have a share of the Big Ten regular season title on Wednesday. So I think Johnny Davis is obviously there's the good right there. Johnny Davis.
That's the kid from lacrosse, right?
He's got
Mr.
and
Basketball. or
Mr.
something?
Basketball. And
Is he a, how,
got a twin brother who stepped up the other night when Johnny went out in foul trouble. Guess who stepped up? His twin brother Jordan.
so what age are they?
They're sophomores.
So they're the twins that come in a couple years ago that they were all talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
Davises,
I
yeah.
wasn't sure.
Yeah. But the problem is Johnny will go to he'll be a lottery pick next year, and Jordan's he's a bench guy. He'll still be on the team, which is good because maybe he could end up being a decent player. But
Well, Johnny-
that's my good. I mean, I just think that they're playing great. He's got the it factor, Johnny Davis. So I mean that could help.
Maybe Johnny can do a LeBron and say, "Hey, my brother comes with me wherever I go." Giannis did it too.
Yeah.
All right, I was going with the same thing, Willie. I got DeRozan. His February, the whole month of February, we're in the last day of February right now.
Yep.
So it's pretty much over. 36 points a game, 6 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 58% from the field. Set to join Michael Jordan as the only players to average 35 points a game on 55% shooting in a month since the three-point era started in 1980. So it's about the best month ever in modern times.
Pretty impressive.
Oh yeah,
especially for a guy that he's always been a great player in my mind, but been pushed around and neglected, and the whole traded for Kawhi Leonard and not good enough to be here or there. So I love it. I love the story. I hope he wins MVP.
Yeah.
How old is he?
32.
Is he that old even?
He's been around for a while.
Is he? I didn't think he was that old.
Because I thought when we did the Middleton comparison, DeRozan's actually played one more season.
Okay.
So you're looking at 10, 11 seasons or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just
11.
finding his way in the NBA. Now he knows where the three-point line is.
Yeah.
Glenn, you got it good?
FIFA ban in Russia for 2022, as well as the IOC banning.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we banning Russia? Are we banning vodka? Are we not drink vodka? Tito's is American
no
made.
Stoli. No Stoli.
Yeah, Tito's
No
okay.
Stolies, no Smirnoff.
Yeah.
So you throwing away vodka because Russia attacked Ukraine, right?
Well, they're not buying it. I would just sell it what I had, but that's just.
I'm
me.
gonna go out.
I only drink Tito's anyway.
Yeah, Tito's is the best, anyways. But I want to make a point here. I went down to Chicago the other day, and they had this Vax thing. You couldn't go in a bar without a Vax, so I think we should protest them and not drink Malort anymore.
No. Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. Wait, hold on.
He said no.
We're
Wait, we're at
protesting
100th episode. We're not drinking Malort.
Did you do a good?
I always do good.
Yeah, he did the Badgers.
Oh, so it's me.
Yeah.
My good is the gang's all here.
Hey, Glenn, I haven't seen him in like 8 years.
So let's welcome.
I waved at you the other week.
Welcome our next guest. It's Hegs. Hegs, can you there?
Yeah, are you here?
Yeah, we're here.
Wow, Hex is way louder than the rest of us. I love it.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I first of all, I have to apologize. Scott's trying to run a program. He's celebrating the 100th, and then he's got a technological toddler like me on this end saying, "Dude, I can't get on. Dude, what's Zoom? I don't know what this means."
Yeah, but that's the story of the night, Hags. We've been having Wi-Fi issues and Facebook Live issues all night, so it's only fitting.
But we can hear you great. We can hear you great.
Yeah, you sound great.
That's all matters.
Yeah, I was ready to call AT&T saying, "Man, I don't need you guys very often. So why is this Bay Benchwarmers thing all crappy like this?" But then I was reading the text or the chat, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's not just me. I'm running around to different computers in my house. Like, I don't need this kind of stress at 9 o'clock at night, fellas."
Hey, and I heard your wife was trying to wrap you in aluminum foil too. What's up with that?
Better call Saul.
Because the granddaughter here, he's trying to tell her to be quiet. I'm like, what the hell?
So anyway, let's talk a little bit about some sports. We haven't talked to you in a while. Let's start off with we just got done talking to Michael Roach. I think you remember who Michael Roach was, I believe, right? Indian Trail.
Oh yeah. I heard it. It was all good stuff.
Yeah, good, great guy. I'll kind of ask you the same thing. We asked him, what did you? We'll start with the Super Bowl. We haven't talked to you in a few weeks. So, what did you think about how the NFL playoffs played out, and with the Rams winning at the end, with the Bengals run? What did you think about the whole NFL season in a whole?
It certainly was entertaining, and I think I said once or twice on my social media, it's like the world is just a better place with another Joe Cool. It's like Joe Montana, Joe Willie Namath, and now Joe Burrow. I mean, he's so uncool that he's cool, trying to be cool.
That's so true.
So I enjoyed the hell out of that, and the Rams thing. I heard you guys talk. I mean, props to that guy, and it's a rare thing in the NBA, NFL, if you think about it, because generally going to get that high price, heavy, expensive quarterback doesn't really pay off, generally speaking. Everybody wins on their quarterback first or maybe their second contract. So it was a unique situation with all the beautiful people out on the West Coast and that unbelievable building. So, if the stars lined up or if the owners lined up, I don't know, but it was pretty good either way.
Yeah, we also asked about what do you think about Matt Stafford in the Hall of Fame and his chances?
It's like you're kind of a victim of your geography at the end of the day, and it's like the Hall of Fame. You don't get to kind of lay this intrinsic value about what he would have been if he was somewhere else, and I think absolutely, a guy that deserves. Because we've all seen the videos where it's like Matt Stafford throws a touchdown with his shoulders hanging on the ground, and and it's like the dude proved he's just a victim of being a kind of garbage team that drove Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson out of the NFL.
Yeah, that's
you nailed it.
And you know what? I say this and I forget Wilderness is sitting there as a Lion fan. So
right,
I do apologize, but it's like that's just brutally honest. It's like I don't know. I don't know what to say about the Lions other than the fact that they're the Lions. But it's like for Stafford, hell yeah, good for him. It was good for football. It's like get big name guys with big name teams making big plays on the big stage. I think that's kind of what put assets in the $10 billion contract. So I guess it worked.
Yeah. The other question we were talking about, we brought up, we were discussing the Bucs a little bit. What do you feel about the Bucs right now? I think there's something missing. I don't know what it is, but what do you feel about with them right now?
First of all, I completely agree wholeheartedly with you, Scott, that Chris Middleton is freaking money on a Tuesday night against the Sacramento Kings. But other than game 5, Bucs and 6, other than game 5, Middleton missed balls as bad as anybody shooting in the NBA Finals in the history of the NBA Finals. And sometimes people want to just bypass that and say, well, look at his stats. And it's like, yeah, well, look at the size of his pookie hole when the fucking game's on the line. Just that's just, and is he, value? Yeah, of course. Somebody's still got to score the basketball, and nobody can shoot mid-range jumper anymore. He's a matchup nightmare. He's at least halfway decent on defense. So I think your 35 ranking, whichever one of you gentlemen, it's like, yeah, okay, that's I get that. It's about where it is, and I think Holiday is by far the second best player on the team. Holiday is simply a very good upgrade of Bledsoe, which is a guy that takes the ball to the hole, a guy that relentlessly defends, a guy that sometimes maybe should shoot a little more and sometimes maybe shoot a little less, but that's the Buck MO. You're going to the hole. It's not like they're going to run around and do a bunch of high lows in Milwaukee anytime soon.
Yeah.
Eggs, that's my MO too.
Eric, do you want him to repeat what he just said?
What's the next topic?
What else did we talk to Michael about before we went to the other thing? We did a little word association with them. And not like the typical one word, but I'll give you a name or something, and you tell me what you think about, what's going on right now with that topic.
And don't hold anything back.
Don't hold anything back. I'm going to start with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, first of all, you guys got to realize that I've been away from this kind of fun for a little while, and I love watching what you guys do. And hey, before we get too far, again, congratulations on 100. I know firsthand that put together something that's out there that people actually want to hear and is entertaining. And at the end of the day, you really don't give a crap because you do it because you enjoy doing it. There's still a lot of moving parts to that, and to be able to, have the commitment of not only Scott but the family, and we're going to do this and actually do it is awesome. So everybody out there who watches or has an opinion one way or the other, it's like good, bad, or otherwise. Kudos to somebody who's willing to sit there and say, "Hey, this is us having fun." And I've always said that. It's like our anything I've ever done has absolutely been one big inside joke, and you'll probably enjoy watching or listening to our big inside joke. And that's kind of what the Don theory was all about. Was that we're so cool, you want to watch us have fun type thing. So kudos to you. But regarding
thank you.
Thanks, Hags. Appreciate that, man.
Absolutely. And regarding Rodgers, like anybody who's ever heard me speak on the thing, it's like first ballot Hall of Famer, yeah, absolutely. But I don't know how you pay somebody like that north of $50 million can even consider hanging on to Adams. And it's like, all right, so now you've just committed that much more money. It's like, unless you got, the Wizard of himself behind the curtain doing something with the salary cap, how many people can you retain? Alexander's coming up. You're only a year away from Sean Gary. You're only a year away from Adrian Amos. Yeah, you're only a year away from Elton Jenkins. It's like, if you're committing to Aaron Rodgers, you're committing to Aaron Rodgers for the rest of his career. How in the hell do you keep the guys that you have? Oh, yeah, the team that was the best roster in the league the last 2 years that didn't find a way to get it done, but I don't think there's anybody that can doubt the success they had. So now you're going to take that group, take Rodgers and Adams and pay them everything and say, well, we need more because we obviously couldn't get it done the last 2 years. What the hell universe does that even make any sense in?
Yeah, that's
can't argue with you on that.
A legit point. I mean, the salary cap problem now is still, they did a bunch of work and they're still like $30 million over the cap. And after all the big cuts they made and all this, or the big changing in the bonuses with Bakhtiari and who was the other guy? Oh, Aaron Jones, they did that with, and they're still at $30 million over the cap. I don't know how that works. I'm not an NFL number guy, but don't want to be that NFL number guy right now in Green Bay. I have nothing to do with that because that's going to be a tough job. And,
Yeah, there's going to have to be cuts. I mean,
like we've said on this show a couple times, the guy's going to walk in and say, okay, here's, it's like going to a restaurant where you pick an entree, a main course, and a dessert. That's going to happen. You get to pick 3 things out of 10. Figure it out. That's what's going to happen in Green Bay.
Yeah, you're getting a ribeye and like a sugar packet.
Yeah, it's the Applebee's. No, yeah, the Applebee's 3 for 20 things. What's going to be?
Or in some circles they would call it being the Bears head coach, saying you get head coach A, B, or C. General manager, you get general manager. A, B, or C. With your head coach, you get offensive coordinator. A, B, or C. No, I just had to throw a little dig in there. I don't know. I mean, I whatever. And I've always tried to err on the side of the guys up there in the front office still know a whole lot more about the bazillion details that are involved here other than what Adam Schefter is reporting. So it's like, I just try to read body language. It's like, the pictures of him posting in his Devontae and Randall with an empty slot in the middle of it. It's like, that's just vintage Aaron Rodgers. And you know what? I really don't give a crap about that anymore. It's like, I'm not a huge Instagram or need to know what Aaron Rodgers had for breakfast yesterday. I don't care if he's a good guy or a bad guy off the field. I really don't. It's like, I just want to win football games. And it's like, and that's why when you see the post on social media of, you're calling Adams a 50-50 ball, and there isn't anybody within 50 yards of Lazard in the middle of the field. Yet somehow when Odell Beckham catches that ball in the playoffs, he's rocketing skyward to the MVP. It's like, guess what? The only thing different is Stafford threw him the ball.
You're so right. So right there. Very true.
I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how they figure it all out in Green Bay. I don't think they can keep both. I really don't. I don't think there's a way to do it because Devontae Adams is how much he wants to sit there and say he loves Aaron and loves Green Bay and all that, man. This is his big contract. This is it right here. this is it. We're looking at it. And if he gets 50,
and hey, if I can chirp on myself from 2 years ago, all the foreshadowing you've seen is Devontae Adams, Derek Carr in Las Vegas. Just for a second, think about that foreshadowing, but it's foreshadowing coming back this way. The Raiders are not adverse to making trades. Josh McDaniel, or whatever the hell his name is, could say, oh, by the way, this dude named Tom Brady had a whole bunch of success with me and a dink and dunk it over the middle to James White offense. Aaron Rodgers can be in the center of the universe in Las Vegas, Nevada, with the black hole going over the rails, rolling out the black carpet for this dude. Or he could sit in Green Bay and, hope that Danica Patrick has meat on hold at the butcher shop. It's like,
goes to Sendex.
Come on.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be tough for them. The other topic we had talked about was the MLB. What's going on with that right now?
Hey, I just feel bad for the Arizona people that I know, like Reg Benhoff and a couple other people that I know out there that are just, up to their eyeballs. And Clyde Allen, a great Kenosha dude here. They literally have either retired out there, live out there, or kind of create their entire existence over, early March and stuff out there. So I feel worse for those people, but I'm very much billionaires bitching at millionaires, people that make, $45K a year just siding up with the owners, that they're just being raked over the coals. And again, I just don't know what universe that makes any sense in. So I kind of stay clear of it. But the bottom line is, I'm probably a bigger Brewer fan than I am Packer or Bucks fan, Badgers being number one. But it's like, I love baseball. I love everything about it. I love watching it. My wife and I watch every single Brewer game on record, and I rewind it so she's got to see different plays and how this happened or what this happened. And, it's kind of our summer existence. We may not start watching the game till 10 o'clock at night, but I love it, and I'm mad if it don't get worked out. It's like there's just trillions of dollars hanging around. Figure it out. I'm not going to side up and say who's right and who's wrong. What the hell do I know?
Yeah, just figure it out. Like you said.
Figure it out. You guys got like 6 dudes down there, and there's 12 jealous guys. Figure it out.
So you guys have any other questions for Hegs? Anything? Willie's taking a deep breath, so I don't know if he's got gas or he's.
They're like, yeah, get this dude off. I thought you said he was only going to be out here 10 minutes.
We love having you.
We love it, man. We love it.
It's our conversations we used to have after you would do your recording, and it was always a good time.
Good time. Then maybe stand there and look as thirsty as humanly possible, so somebody offers me a good hot beer.
Absolutely.
Well, Hags, thanks for joining us tonight. As always, a pleasure. We'll get you on more good conversations, maybe more football talk in the future, because football is always that's my favorite sport.
Well, if he's watching every baseball game,
we can talk a little baseball.
None of us are going to watch
and
that.
Actually, we don't have much Brewer guys. Not many Brewer guys we can talk to on here.
True.
So we maybe for Brewer, with little Brewer updates, we'll get a hold of you too. How's that sound?
I like that.
Hey,
sounds good to me. This was fun.
Is Keston Huron going to finally break out this year?
Oh my God! I don't think I want that dude on my softball team.
I thought this was going to be the year.
My wife literally knows my rhetoric, and it'll be like, and there he goes again. He's going to swing right through it again. It's like, you think just the law of averages, you're going to run into one sooner or later.
Right.
Oh my God, it's unnerving. And you got no place for him to play. There's no place you can hide him defensively.
Well, he's going to be a DH now.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I look at the DH like this. It's like, okay, I like the whole purist, and I think Craig Counsell does a phenomenal job of managing a National League baseball game. So I think you immediately take a very, very good strength of the Milwaukee Brewers organization and you kind of neutralize it a little bit. which I'm not real big on that because I think the way the National League was catered to counsel skills. But that being said, living through Jimmy Nelson and Chase Anderson, when these guys were your starters, your main guys, and they both get up there and they get hurt batting, and it's like, you know, you got Corbin Burns stealing the last 4 outings, and all you worry about is them getting hit in the head or pulling oblique mobilities out for 6 weeks. It's like, put that stupid bat down and go pitch.
I like it.
Hey, Hags, I got one quick question for you. A favorite softball moment with Steve Killer Carlson.
Steve Killer Carlson. The one and only time he kind of revved up. I mean, the dude was quiet. He certainly wasn't, you know, as I said when I wrote my story recently, you know, a lot of people, he was with us for 2 years, and there was like rumors that he was somebody, or that might be who that was or whatever, but nobody really confirmed it, and nobody on our team ever confirmed it. And then we were playing, and I can't remember who it was, but a decent team that, you know, I don't know, we liked beating them, they liked us, and it was a pretty close match or whatever. And you know, because we played with the guy for 2, 3, 4 years, it's like he's absolutely the last guy. I mean, if say, you know, Kevin Brothers or me or somebody like that, it's like, I'm going to tell you what's what, and I'm going to expect you to give it right back to me. And that's fine. And then one time it just got to the point where there was we were on the bags and there was a close play at third, and you know, our guy slid and got up pretty quick, and their guy was kind of in the process of getting the ball, and may or may not got it in the nuts or whatever, and you know, and the third base coach was right there, the shortstop, the pitcher, the catcher, and it's like, and I don't know where the dude came from, and he was out there, and it was like, let me tell you what, they knew he was a Hanson brother for that 30 seconds. I'll tell you.
he was foiling up.
You know, and it's like, I don't think he said a word. He just got in the middle of things and stretched his arms out, and that was that. And everybody's like, yeah, I don't think anybody wants that. He says, I mean, you don't notice it, but he's like 6'3", 230, still in peak condition, run like a deer. It's like, even if he isn't a Hanson brother, you're probably still not going to mess with that dude just based on being a fat old man who had 3 beers before the game, you know.
And he had, as I recall, he had a smooth swing too. Yeah, hockey,
yeah.
He's a lefty, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, and I think I'm being accurate when I say, like, the majority of the hockey players would still be left-handed batters. You know what I mean? It's like,
yep.
You know, that they're still so. You know, what do you think the chances of a guy who played that many years, including professional hockey, can roll his top wrist and come through a softball bat? You know, it's like,
right.
You could hear those balls flying, and he was standing on second or standing on third, and trot in on the next hit home and grab his glove and go play right center. And because I guess we respected that to some degree, you know, he liked walking the 100 yards from where he lived to play ball on Tuesday night, and then he walked back home. You know, so it was awesome. It was really, and with the release of the movie Slapshot, I threw a little bit out there on social media just because it's like nobody around here really shouts from the mountaintops, hey, you know, one of the Hanson brothers was my guy for a while, but it's like if one of the Hanson brothers was our guy for a while. It's really, really
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, I played against him in the Iron League over at Lincoln Park.
Oh, really?
The Iron League, that was, wasn't it?
On the lagoon.
Hags, hey,
when they flooded the girls' diamond over there, he go up on his doorstep with the purple house with tape between your glasses. Hey, let's play some hockey, Steve.
Well, Hags, hey, man, thanks a lot for joining us tonight. We'll get you back on, like I said, a couple times when baseball gets going with all the Brewers with you, and we'll go from there. But thanks a lot for joining us tonight.
Hey, take a bow. Good 100, man.
Thank you, man. You have a good one.
Thanks, Hags.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers, and our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you drink. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer.
Beer is good. Beer is good. Beer is good. I've always wanted to do that every time.
I joined you on that.
Beer is definitely good, right?
Scared the hell out of
Right,
me.
guys? Have we had Willie pooped his pants? That's when you know beer is good. So for the 100th episode, we're gonna do the same damn brewery we've been doing for the last 4 weeks, just because Scott bought like $1,000 worth of beer from there. So thank you to Good City Brewing for sponsoring us the last few weeks here. This week we're doing the barrel-aged rye density. So we've done a couple densities. It's an imperial stout. This one obviously aged in rye barrels. In fact, Willet and Hatch rye barrels. So give it a sniff and then give it a drink, and then we're gonna pour something else real quick.
You couldn't
Go,
get us any
go, go, go.
curry fries to go with this?
Oh, curry fries are awesome.
They're awesome.
So you're just pouring $28 beer out because you want to tonight, or what?
Well, it's the 100th episode, and this is. I mean, there's
We
five.
should
Of
have
them.
got $100 worth of beer then.
There's 5 of them,
And we're drinking gel shots too.
and we're celebrating.
There's like 4 left in there.
So my take on this beer is it's got a little rye finish to it.
It does.
It does, and it's good, just like all the
Yeah,
other ones.
Take a taste of it. Let's look at Ed's face. Look at the camera.
You go with a little ham and Swiss.
And I know that the owners of Good City Brewing are listening.
They are.
In fact, they probably are on live. They're one of the 3 viewers
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
on live tonight. So we would love to do a live show, a live podcast from one of your many breweries. Now, I remember when you were just on the east side, but a great brewery, a lot of growth. I think they do a great job marketing, and they also do a great job brewing beer. So what do you guys think?
Great curry fries.
Great curry fries.
Great. Ed, take a big swig and
Oh, this rye beer's not my thing, but
gargle with it, will you please?
it's pretty good.
I'm going to pass around the next one.
Just look at your face, Ed.
It's a $200 beer.
I will never buy that one.
$15 a can.
Yeah. And we couldn't get a sticker for free, goddammit. I told them about it. It's crazy.
Should have just took it.
I heard
Okay,
you're making
so
stickers for
What's
it.
this one?
We're going to do the base beer, the base barrel-aged stout by Density right now.
Holy
So
cow!
we've
He's
done
spending
all-
all your beer.
We've done all the variants, and this one is
What is this?
Ed's not even drinking it.
Yeah, have another one.
You have the
I
rest.
got some.
You have the rest.
No,
This is the
this
one.
is a new one.
This is new.
He poured it for me already.
Oh, did you really? Oh,
Yeah.
This one is
Yeah,
the
I
best.
took care. I hooked Scott up.
Do
Did
you
you
know
have any of
why?
it?
Hell no.
You're gonna have
No,
some. You
this
gotta
is
take
the
good.
best.
Yeah,
Ed.
just try.
I'll pour some
Yeah.
in there.
My theory on
That's good.
these beers,
Trust me, it's funny.
No.
barrel-aged stout, boom, done. You don't need to do all these little like rye or
Variants.
maple, all that stuff. It ends up being too sweet. This
I
is
like,
where it's at.
I like the coconut one and the
Yeah.
maple cinnamon one.
Well, they're good.
Those are better.
They're good,
I miss
but to
those.
me,
They were good.
Yeah, they were.
They were
just the
legit.
straight up barrel-aged stout, boom.
Well, I'll buy you a 4-pack next time I'm up there. I'll
Man.
bring $100 bill and get no change.
Right.
Glenn, are you a coffee guy?
No.
See,
I
love
hate
things.
coffee, and it's this kind of reminds me. It's like strong,
This is not even.
So what do you
coffee
drink in the
like.
morning?
just strong to me.
Water.
Water. Okay. What else?
Monster.
No.
And Jello shots.
What is better for you, Monster? I mean, it's not. You just don't like the taste of coffee.
Never.
And you were in the military too.
I don't smoke cigarettes either.
See, that's same with my dad. My dad was in Vietnam. Never had a cup of coffee, a cigarette, or any drugs.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm gonna make myself drink coffee though.
He likes beer.
You were in Vietnam.
Yeah, I think I was born there.
Little Tokyo doesn't count.
Did you see my picture at the starting?
That's right. That's right.
Can we get somebody up here and speaks American?
Hey, so while we're enjoying this beer, I got a little surprise for you guys.
Okay.
Is that okay? Can I do that
Can you
right
do
now?
your pants on? That kind of
It's
surprise?
just,
or-
it'll take a couple minutes. So
Is it a snack? I'm
in
hungry.
in honor of our 100th episode, I wrote a 100-page essay I'm just kidding. I wrote
Oh, I was in.
I wrote
was
a
all-
100-word essay
Okay.
about the basement benchwarmers. You could even count the words.
It
if you
goes
want.
fast, 100
I
words.
counted it.
Oh, good. Do you keep your shoes on?
Let me know when I could talk.
He counted Logan's toes 10 times.
In spring,
It's 100 words.
so now we're dragging this out. It was going to be quick.
Okay, Glenn's gonna count.
I'm sparing you. I'm sparing. Hey, Glenn,
11.
Glenn.
I was like, "What are you doing?"
The other options were I was going to do the top 100 Kentucky Derby horses, the top 100 steroid users, all cyclists, or the top 100 craft beers, but I chose this.
I would have preferred a
Type 100 steroid
Let me
users,
know when-
all cyclists.
I think Barry Bonds would have got on that
Let
list.
me know when I have the floor.
What about a 100-word haiku? Wait, those are all 7.
That's
words.
757.
The last 40 episodes when Glenn wasn't
So
here.
they're like 50 haikus he would do. Whatever.
Are you guys ready?
Go ahead.
Go.
Okay, go ahead.
In spring of 2020, I threw on my best spandex, grabbed a hazy IPA and a bottle of Woodford's, and saddled up for the ride of my life. Alongside my benchwarmer teammates, Scott, Ed, and Willie, we conquered many a snake draft, settled rumbling debates, that's the beer talking, and solved the country's problems. Well, at least in Florida and Ohio. Our incredible knowledge of sports, food, music, and dad jokes have gained us, that's 69, by the way, several followers.
That's what she said.
I am so grateful for the good times, providing a distraction to all the crazy past couple of years. And just like a Middleton jump shot, I can't wait.
I'm listening.
That's 100 words.
That's 100.
You stopped for me. I heard Milton. I'm like, what
I
did you
can't
say
wait.
now?
You guys will have to wait for the next few episodes for me to finish
So,
that.
so you brought up that was good.
You like that?
Very good.
Okay.
I will tell you something. That Jared sent me a text the other day, and he's
Is that
like,
a picture of Jared on the back?
No. I've been listening to the show, and I listened the other day, and he said it's pretty fun. You guys are pretty funny with it. Blah, blah. He goes, Ed Seven Dwarfs thing was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing.
What was that? Did I do
Seven
something?
Dwarves? Remember?
Well, you missed it
Yeah.
because you were sicky that night.
Yeah. That's like my Elmer Fudd one. I already forgot.
That was my favorite.
I don't
I was,
remember.
I was trying to bring that
Were
up.
you
in
here
this.
for the Seven Dwarfs?
I was here for Elmer Fudd.
You weren't here for-
and-
you weren't here
Seven
was- yeah,
Dwarfs.
it was.
Oh, were you? That Seven Dwarfs was pretty good.
It was
pretty
very
good.
good.
Yeah, that's a
It
good
was
one.
when the what's his name from Game of Thrones bitching about.
Oh yeah, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
So you said
You
Florida.
still have that? We'll like frame it next to your belly shot.
I don't keep any of the shit I say. I try to hide it from the government.
So
Are you feeling strong, my
Just
man?
like your taxes.
you said Florida, Ohio. So I want to talk about the story real quick before we go to top 10. A woman left her job so she could breastfeed her boyfriend full time.
And that's so nice. of
I,
her.
I heard that
That is
already.
so
So.
Can we get a picture of her boob?
Sweet.
Yeah,
I gotta go home and
That's
eat
the back. Is that the chick on the back?
I don't know. He's a bodybuilder, weightlifter, and for some reason they think the milk from her breasts make him stronger.
I'm gonna guess it can't hurt.
Well, that's what he keeps telling her.
Yeah. She hasn't had a kid in 20 years.
The funny thing in there, it says in here we like to keep it private. One of the comments on the story was, then why are you telling people?
How does she burp them?
I can picture them at a bus stop with a blanket, like a blanket.
No, best thing is like you can really tell, like, oh, that's a cute baby. What's up? It's a grown man.
Full
Yo, bitch, what you talking about?
Hey, what's going on here? The guy right there.
Oh,
Look at him. He talks exactly.
That's the
Hey,
girl.
her. Let me see her.
So-
She's ripped too.
So that was it. Let's go to the top 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's top 10.
So tonight's top 10 is top 10 gifts for the Benchwarmers for the 100th show.
Oh, I can't wait to open mine.
Ready? Number 10, a bigger Earl Campbell jersey for Ed to wear.
Jesus Christ! Right off the bat, you guys beat me.
You zoom in on that, cameraman. Zoom in.
Number 9, podcasting for dummies.
Yeah, we could use that for sure.
Number 8, a new bike and spandex for Eric. No seat on the bike.
Ooh, I like that.
Number 7, a new shower curtain for Ed.
Yeah, I need one. You guys have been looking at me a lot.
Work the thing over.
Is there a hole in it?
No, it's ribbed.
That's right.
It's ribbed.
That's
for
right.
his pleasure.
I breastfeed in the shower.
Number
You do too.
No, my own breast.
when you milk yourself, that's not called.
That's why you have a. That's why he has a six pack. I mean, in the shower with him.
He's
in the
got a
shower
six-chambered
with him.
stomach.
Of course. Six chamber. Oh,
okay. I digress. All right. Number 6, a subscription to Ancestry.com so we can find where are they now.
Yeah.
Number 5, a Uber gift card for my
Oh. Willie should probably put that.
Hey, I did give him a ride home the other night.
You did.
I did.
We were out. Well,
we're happy for you.
We're out to 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
aren't we?
yeah. That was a good
Oh,
night.
thanks for inviting me.
Number 4.
You were asleep already.
We could have texted
You're
you. You could've messed
breastfeeding.
out, yeah.
You're
It was like 10
breastfeeding.
o'clock though when we went out.
Oh, yeah, I
9:30.
was already sleeping.
You're breastfeeding.
Number 4, a roadmap for Glenn to find the basement.
Yeah, it's a long ways.
He gets lost a lot. That's why he's not here too
Good
often.
thing I saw Willie on the streets.
Right. He whistled at me.
Well, he thought you were.
He's got a long drive.
Thought you were a hobo.
Gas prices
Thought
are
it was
high.
he thought it was his dog.
Number 3, cabin to replace a tent.
Oh yeah, I
There
like
you
that.
go. Oh yeah.
Cabin.
That's a
Yeah,
great
but
idea.
get a fire.
Next year, rustic.
Number 2, vacuum for Shauna's back seat.
I destroyed her backseat.
And the number 1 gift for the bench warmers, obviously more bourbon.
Yeah.
So as we move along in the 100th episode of the Basement Bench Warmers, let's see where we're going next. We will go to, how about the Snake Draft?
Oh yeah.
Characters that ruined TV shows. Glenn, you gonna join us for this? Okay,
Oh.
yeah, I like it.
Glenn grew up
It
at
is
the
the
same time.
Glenn's snake
Glenn, you can
draft.
have my spot. I had a few. Yeah, Glenn's in this. I'll
Can
just
he-
go. I'll do
should
honorable
he
mentions
sit
later.
on your lap when he does it?
Yeah, and you know what? Like a puppet. I'll put my hand.
That's a good boy, Glenn.
You don't need
$1
a hand.
million.
Clarice. You don't need a hand, just a finger.
Yeah, that's called milking too.
Oh, Christ.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's start with we'll go with Willie. We'll go with Elvis.
Man, my mind's so clear right now with all those Jello
So I'll
shots
say,
running through
I'll
it.
throw. I don't mention later, but you guys
Every
do it. I want to
time.
hear it, and
It's Willie.
I'll give you my thumbs up or thumbs down to all your answers.
Okay.
I'm gonna judge them. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go with cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch.
Too
That's-
easy.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's the winner. I like that one. I thought of that one. That's one I already. Yeah, that's a good one. He was a punk.
Whiner.
Want to punch him, make that
He
bowl
was
haircut
only in-
fall off.
That with those John Denver glasses on.
Yeah, he looked just like
Big
John
pie
Little-
face.
And then they were set. I think it was like he was only in like 5 or 7 episodes,
Enough
and
to
then
screw it up.
yeah, and then the show shut down. It was
The
that
reason I
bad.
watched it was for James Marsha Brady.
Yeah, remember, like before. But do you remember the season before that was when they were doing all that? Like they were getting on TV shows. And they were doing sha-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Sha-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, those ones.
Joe Namath.
Yeah.
What was the other
I
song?
saw
they
Todd
did?
Drysdale.
They did 2 songs.
It's a sunshine day.
Yeah, that was my nice. But it's cold outside now.
No. There's a third one. When it's time to change.
And be real right.
Maybe that's the same one, but it was. Don't know. Yeah, they were hurting for stuff.
So all that for Oliver. It's gonna take forever. This thing, I think.
Glenn?
Go ahead, Glenn.
7 on Married with Children.
Yeah,
I remember that.
it was
Ted-
so
Ted
bad.
Bundy's long lost nephew.
Yep.
Why?
Seven wanker.
Yeah. 12
Why?
episodes.
Why would they
It was
add? Why would
awful.
they add someone to the show?
Do you remember how he was gone too? They kind of just said he went over to Marcy's house or something.
Yeah.
But do you remember the end? He's on a milk carton,
Oh.
and they were just like, yeah.
Typical Married with Children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody even give a shit.
Eric?
How do you follow up Suzanne on Three's Company?
Good call.
Not with Cindy Snow.
Yep.
Terrible.
Yeah. You know what? It was all downhill with even with the one after Terry.
Yeah, Terry was better than Cindy.
No,
Snow.
it was no. It
No,
really
I mean
wasn't.
she wasn't Suzanne
But
Summers.
what they did with Cindy Snow is what they did with her. They made her really too dumb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Way like dumber than Sue Simmer's character
Yeah.
was. And that was all because Susan Sam was wanting more money. You ever watched that thing about Three's Company?
Oh, yeah.
She ruined the sitcom because she wanted to get out and was told by
That happens
who she
on
was
every
married to
show
at the
with
time.
success.
Right.
Who was her
Look at-
husband at the time?
I can't remember.
And he like, oh, you should be making because of you. And I
Well,
personally,
it was Mr. Summers.
Mark Summers from
you know,
Double Dare.
For me, obviously, yes.
God rest his soul.
Suzanne Summers, yes, she had jiggly parts on her and whatever. But I love
The Thigh Master
I
was
love
my
it.
favorite
I watch
part.
that
That was
show
the best
because of
part.
John
Ritter?
Ritter was
Yeah.
his name. Yeah, Jack Tripper.
Yeah, and if you think about
that's
it,
why I watch it. He was hilarious.
they replaced Mr. Roper with Mr. Furley, and it just kept moving right along.
Yeah,
I
that
like
was the
Don
trans-
Knotts. Don Knotts was awesome.
But
Yeah.
the transition, yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
that
they-
one
they-
worked.
But
yeah.
now with Suzanne, that role didn't work out.
You're right.
You remember every time Mr. Furley walked in, oh, Jack, Jack's head's like behind the chair going up and down.
Sensational.
It was like, oh my God, it was everyone with some innuendo.
I love that show. Every weekend, like when we're flipping through the channels ever, and it's always
show.
on something, I stop watching.
Yeah.
Have to.
Guilty
And you know,
pleasure.
and I know
Guilty
every
pleasure.
episode. You know every episode.
Regal
And it's
Beagle.
the show of.
I love the
is it-
Regal Beagle.
Is it called innuendo, or what's that called when you hear something and then you think it's something that it's not?
Yeah,
yeah. That's
that's
what that
a lot of
show's based
innuendo.
on. It's
Yeah.
based
the
on
whole.
that.
It's essentially 2.5 Men before 2.5 Men. I mean, it's kind
So
of,
they
but it
use
was lighter, you know.
Yeah, because it's only half
Yeah.
less than 3.
Yeah, good point. I
Go
like
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
I forgot where we were on this.
You get 2 picks.
Oh, I got 2 picks.
Uh-huh.
Did you pick?
No, I haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
Chris, he gets 2. Yeah, he gets 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going
snake-
with
it's a snake
one of
draft.
my least favorites, which the first thing that came to mind, Randy from the 70s show.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh, he replaced Topher Grace and Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
And he was cool ladies, man, but he was also stupid. Like they tried to put all these characters in one.
No.
And it was Seth Meyers' brother.
Yeah, yeah.
The only way they could
Awful.
have got away with it was they put Matthew McConaughey in there.
Yeah, somebody cool.
All right, all
They
right.
already had Venus Flytrap in there. So yeah, Randy was the worst. And I'm gonna tell you one that Dr. Smith from Lost in Space. This was like back in your
I
era.
remember watching that.
That guy was a fucking
Danger,
douchebag.
danger. Oh, yeah, he
I would have left him on the first planet. I would have beat him with a rock.
Who was
and
your
just Dr. Smith.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, how's everybody going? It's like, oh, here, take our kid and go walking out on this new planet. We'll see you in 4 hours. Okay, I'll take your kid. It's like, what the hell? What kind of parent leaves their kid on alone on a planet with Dr. Smith?
I'm pretty sure that guy was banned from certain plants for being a pedophile.
Yeah, Jewish, and then the robot comes out. It's like, warning, warning, warning.
Hag just said ring the bell for the Thigh Master reference.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Get it?
Oh yeah, that's what he meant. The bell. Sorry, Hags. I'm
He's a professional. We're not professionals.
couple
yet.
IPAs.
He's
or
got a
couple
lot
whatever they
going
were.
on
I
here.
don't know.
Our 101st show will be a little more professional.
Yeah. So it's you get to, so it's Eric's going back.
Kimmy Gibbler.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I
Enough
disagree. I
said.
disagree with that.
Annoying, obnoxious.
She was needed. I think she was needed.
Bye bye.
Mm.
Bye bye.
I disagree.
How
Glenn, you look like you
rude.
disagree with me. You agree with me that she needed to be there?
She was so good. She came back in the Netflix sequels.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And she was in Bob Saget's comedy a lot.
I got a whole list.
That's a fun word to say, Kimmy Gibbler.
Yeah.
I have a
probably
whole
hit
list
Bob
of
Saget
people
in the
that
head.
that are in these rankings that
Yeah.
I don't agree with, but that one.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh, I got
There's a couple. There's a
ranking.
couple of
I got
ones,
a
yeah.
top 4 or 5 of not agree with.
Glenn, you're up.
Go ahead.
Big Bang Theory. Raj's sister Priya, who dated Leonard for a while.
Yeah.
Total bitch to him.
And she didn't really fit into the show
No,
even.
not at all.
Didn't she dump him like right after? Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't last long.
She
and then,
couldn't introduce him to her family.
So they brought her in.
Bitches, man.
She was a
Bitches.
bitch, and then she dumped him.
Yep.
So it was not even needed, and I got you.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Great Gazoo from
Yeah,
the Flintstones.
I
Oh
agree.
yeah. Yes, that's terrible.
That was
You know,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It just showed up.
just showed up.
I liked it, when they're eating brontosaurus burgers and riding.
Love the.
Do you know why
dinosaurs.
Gazoo was sent to this planet? Because he was creating weapons of mass destruction on his planet. So like, I go to Earth and fuck around for a while. It's like what? Like we
in
need
the
that.
Stone Age.
with a cranium that size. So The Office.
Oh,
I
here we
never
go.
got her.
Yeah, I know where you're
The
going.
English broad,
Yeah.
Nellie Bertram.
Nellie Bertram.
Yeah, I just never.
Those
never-
were those transition years. Some good, some
They were
bad.
good, yeah, oh,
she was
yeah.
a bad character.
Yeah, just
Yeah, she was one of my top ones.
yeah, just terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible.
It's a terrible thing, man. Terrible.
This is one that Willie probably remembers. It's Stephanie Mills and All in the Family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, she had the unibrow.
And she was in
Anthony
Archie's
Davis.
place too. She was. It was just Archie. After his wedding, it was just Archie and her at the bar.
Yeah.
It did nothing worked. It was awful.
The
Good
grumpy
call.
old man was finally going to get his empty nest, and
Yeah.
pops in this kid.
Now he's dragging some meathead's long-lost daughter around. I don't know.
Meathead.
That was the one that.
Yeah.
Where was he in Viet? No, where was he? He was in Korea, wasn't he?
Michael Stivic. No, what?
This was one of the few bad decisions within this show. But Ross Geller is dating Rachel, you know? It doesn't get much better than that. But it got postponed because of Emily.
Oh, yeah.
And Emily had to have been the worst actress I've ever freaking seen ever. It was just a dumb character, just a dumb, and she was on for a year or two. It was awful. So that's a big one for me, Emily. I mean,
I got a few of them right now.
you could only take
Few what,
two.
farts?
Oh.
Well, I'm going to go with Screech in the college years. Not in the regular years. In the regular years, you get it. You're going through high school and junior high. They were in junior high in Indiana. Then they all moved to California, the Bayside. And then Screech's still there. And then they added Mario Lopez. But then they went to college. And who would bring that dork along with them? Seriously, he was dumber and dumber each year. He was just like, he was kind of the foil at the beginning, you know, like the guy that screwed everything up. And then at the end, it was just like, he was like essentially retarded. And it's like, why is he on here?
You can be more a little sensitive when you say that.
Oh, I'm
He
just
was
saying, he was, if you do remember the college
intellectually
years,
handicapped.
he was, oh, geez.
He was a moron.
That's bad too. You can't say
God, he's
that.
sitting right here.
He was cognitively disabled.
What would Red say?
Yeah, you're a dumbass.
And I can't say no. I'm gonna go with
Hey, speaking of Red, you know they're coming out with 90s show on Netflix.
Yeah, I bet that'll be great.
Yeah, that's out the front
it's
door.
Red Foreman and Gee, with the grandkids.
Not Kimmy Gibbler, though, right?
No,
Okay, good.
no. Red Kitty was her name. Show Red and
Yeah,
Yeah, they were awesome too. I'm gonna go final. Oh god, there's so many good ones left.
We could have some honorable.
I'm gonna go Wesley Crusher on Star Trek: The Next Generation. He never fit in there.
And he's the guy that.
Never watched it.
He's a
No,
ass.
but he's the guy that. What's the one show with Sheldon?
Oh, Big Bang
Bang
Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Or Sheldon, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he's a recurring character in that
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, Will Witt.
Yeah, Will. Yeah.
Yeah, he was so awful on there. He's the genius, but he could never get into Starfleet Academy, so he just kept coming around on the and he'd solve problems that, you know, guys that have been in Starfleet for 40 years can't.
Yeah, sorry, Will Wheaton. I said
Will Wheaton. Will
Yeah.
Wheaton. That's right.
He's the kid from Stand By Me that got the leech on his wiener.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's the only thing he remembers from it.
Hey,
So,
Willie, Will needs his underwear changed.
Hey, I can't find my underwear.
Okay, so not sure how many. I don't know if we've talked a lot about this show. If you guys are into it, but Mark Brendanowitz, Parks and Recreation.
Was he
Just a terrible character who's on the first couple years.
I'm just thinking of my honorable mention. I got a good one. Sorry.
Brendanowitz, and they wrote him right out of it. I mean, they wrote him out in year 3, and it got a little
Who,
bit better.
Bandana Wanowitz and
Yeah.
that character
He
on
was
Laverne
terrible.
Shirley or something?
Such a Roseanne.
Bandana,
no,
bandana.
whatever.
Yeah. So Mark Brendanowitz was just a boring, dull character amongst all those great comedians that were on that show. It was a good show. I mean, he was terrible.
Oh God.
Go ahead.
So any of the late season Happy Days
Yep.
editions. I mean, it was 11 seasons. Can you believe that show? Into the 80s.
I love that
You only
show.
can give one because Scott's got a ton of them.
No, there's a ton of them.
them. We can name them all.
Even like
Lori Beth Cunningham.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
a big one. Jenny Pickle, I never was a
Jenny
fan of.
Pickle, and they talked about her for like years, and
Yeah,
then
never
she-
showed her, which was awesome.
Then she came in.
Then
Yeah,
they showed her, which
Yep.
was terrible because you don't show her was awesome.
It's like
And Chuck, son that disappeared the first year,
Right.
good. I'm glad he disappeared.
yeah.
That was terrible. Didn't need him.
Well, it's kind of like Home Improvement, where you never saw that guy's face. You know, Wilson
Yeah.
was always behind the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But then they actually brought her onto the show. Then it didn't make
Yeah,
sense.
I like
Her,
Jenny,
him.
no,
Yeah.
Jenny,
Jenny
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
Yeah,
Jenny
yeah.
Piccolo.
But they had, I mean, Mork was on there for a couple shows, which was just ridiculous.
Well, but it's set up.
It set up more.
The shore itself, but it was
Yeah.
dumb.
It was awful.
But it worked out for the later.
Do you know who Mindy's married to?
Pam Dauber was married or is married to someone famous.
Yeah, it was
Mr. Dauber.
Nope.
no, it's
What the hell?
His dad played football at the University of Michigan.
Tom Brady.
Nope.
He's an actor, right?
Yes.
God, who's hey, you know who Pam Dauber's married to?
I thought it was the guy from NCIS or something.
Yeah, Harmon.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you're right. Mark
Yeah,
Harmon.
Mark Harmon.
Mark Harmon.
Oh, yeah, that guy. What was that
Yeah,
show
it took
he
me
had?
a while.
Yeah,
Markerman played at UCLA.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah.
He played too.
But
yeah.
what was the TV show he had for a while?
NCIS.
What? No. What was the movie?
Summer School.
Summer School.
Yes, Summer School. Yes,
Summer School.
Yeah. Love that movie.
Take your seat.
Did we
Where
finish
should
the
we
whole
take
draft?
it?
Yeah, where should we take it?
Is the draft over?
No, not yet.
Willie's got
I got
your one because we were talking. He brought up Jenny.
Willie's
he
the
brought
last
Lawyer
pick.
Beth
Did you do it?
Cunningham. We talked about Jenny Piccolo. Yeah.
Jenny
No,
Piccolo.
he's done then.
Can we throw?
Yeah, 'cause
This
he
is
did
it.
it.
But we got honorable mentions.
Can we pile Chachi and Joni in there? Because they were awful.
No, Joni
spin-off.
had to be there.
She had to be there because she
No,
was Richie's sister.
Yeah, but Chachi was awful.
I like Chachi.
Oh God, you're.
I think you know
Of
what.
course, you're Italian. You'd like Chachi.
The one thing that worked in the show when they went from Pat Morita to Al Moreno, that worked.
Kenosha native.
Yeah, but it worked when they changed over the owner of the diner. That worked.
Yeah, you're right.
That worked. I liked Al.
Good transition.
Arnold was awesome and Al was awesome. They were very good.
I'm going to go with
Yep.
Leather Tuscadero.
I liked Pinky too.
Pinky.
You like both of them?
Yeah. Hey.
Oh man.
Is that what you said though? That's your answer?
No, I have.
Remember Pinky Tuscadero almost got killed in that motorcycle crash?
That's right.
That was scary.
So Demolition Derby.
Is that
Yeah,
when
it was Demo Derby. You're right.
Is that when they jumped the shark?
No, that was when Fonzie actually jumped the
I
shark.
know.
But
I know.
Pinky was there.
Leather jacket. Now here's one thing I'm going to tell you about that whole situation. If I'm jumping a shark, I'm taking all the weight off me I can. I'm not wearing a leather jacket over that thing. I'm telling you right now.
A wet leather jacket.
If anything,
Bullshit.
I'm wearing a red, white, and blue helmet too.
I'm going over with a machete at least.
Did you do yours?
Second one.
So
You got one more.
No, he's just.
I got
No,
He's
he's done.
done.
He's done. He's done. He's
One
got one
more.
He just
I got
bring it
one.
up.
I got one more.
Yeah.
So you know how we were going with the person that was on there. I'm going to go with the person when they took him off the show, it became a dud. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go with Charlie Sheen when they took him off.
Yeah, I got the other part of that one too.
Right, and they had Ashton Kutcher on there, and
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
You like that?
No, I
Oh,
I
you
didn't.
agree?
I
You
didn't.
agree? You
No,
concur?
I'm a Charlie Sheen
Okay,
guy.
all right.
Believe me, he's got.
I know
tiger
you
blood
wear shoes and his shorts around
all
summer.
the time, man.
And I had Walden on here as one of my extras that I was just in case.
Right.
I mean, he's all right, but it just doesn't.
Rich, you know, kind of like Charlie, but,
But
a different rich and
Charlie
different,
was
different
rich.
morals.
Charlie just fell into his richness with his stupid jingles.
That's
you know,
right. Yeah.
So yeah, and writing kids songs for a while.
I have. So when I looked at all these rankings, I have a couple that I totally disagree with, and I think Willie might be on the same page with me. But so you guys, you watched Mad Men, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in these
They don't have
rankings,
the wife, right?
well, yeah, they had her, Betty Draper, and they had Pete Campbell.
Yeah.
And both of them, I think, were awesome. I mean, I think
I
think Betty
Held their
Draper
own.
was and the Pete Campbell character is necessary for the show because he was an annoying fuck, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
he
there
was
all this
perfect
conflict.
at it.
Yes, he was,
If everybody's
he was so-
perfect on the show, it's,
he was so good at it; it was unreal.
He had the hot wife too. Pete did, the girl from the
Oh
Gilmore
my
Girls.
God,
That little girl from
yes,
the Gilmore
from,
Girls.
from Community.
Yeah, I can't think of-
Allison Brie.
Yeah, whatever her name is. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's amazing how he comes up with these names right off the top of his head.
Allison Brie. Oh gosh,
No,
look
I
it up.
don't-
We've
Hey,
looked
hey,
this up.
hey.
We've done this before.
Betty.
Yeah, it's all
Betty.
all the time with Little Man Logan in the TV.
And Betty Draper's that's January Jones.
Yeah, I mean, I could have lost her after the first year where she was divorced. Then it kind of went downhill.
You gotta appreciate the episode though, where she's standing in the yard at the end of the episode, shooting the guy birds with her shotgun,
yeah.
smoking with a cigarette hanging out
Yeah,
of her
she's
mouth.
smoking.
Oh my God, I mean, I think she's great in it. The other one that Skylar from Better.
The wife on
What the hell's the name of the freaking greatest show ever? Breaking
Bad. Walter White.
Skylar
Walt White's wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
You thought she was terrible? She won 2 Emmys.
Great
Well,
radio,
yeah,
but he
so
talks
she did a great
off
job.
mic, right?
Willie, where are you going? Get
Oh,
back
yeah.
here. Sit down.
I
Sit
I
down.
No, you
agree.
gotta hear my honorable mention.
I agree with you.
What?
Eric.
No, you gotta hear
Willie,
it. You have
sit
to hear
down.
my
Sit
honorable
down, Willie.
mention.
He's got to pee. Watch this. Sit down. Sit for a while.
I'm
We'll
gonna
get you
cut-
out there in like 15 minutes.
You guys want to hear my honorable mention?
No, I'm gonna cut Willie out.
We
the
should all do at
bathroom.
least 5 before Willie pees. Go ahead.
Okay, here's my honorable mention.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
So it really, this probably was one of the worst ads to a show ever. It killed it. Eric Bradley on the basement bench.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's a bell.
One of the worst ads. I thought it was
You need a
Glenn.
wow.
I'm just a guest appearance. You're an ad.
Are you guys serious?
No.
Jeez.
Holy shit!
Wow. We keep now. You said that we just lost 3 viewers.
We gained 4, I think.
We
Is he
had-
leaving? Is he leaving?
Hey, Logan was on 4 computers at home.
Several. We have gained several followers. That's in my. It's actually the 48th word in my 100-word essay.
I got another. Dana Brody,
Yes.
on Homeland.
Yep.
On Homeland,
Grab another beer for us.
the daughter, she was just some whiny brat. And we're dealing with like, it's like we got nuclear weapons over here, and then ISIS has got this over here, and it's like the daughter's like, my boyfriend, he's not
was
calling me. Oh,
obnoxious.
it's just
Terrible.
It didn't.
I didn't know you watched the show.
Oh, I love Homeland for the first like 3 years.
I watched the first 3 seasons. and
yeah,
I
that
stopped.
after that
Yeah.
was garbage. Yeah, so Dana Brody.
She almost ruined it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Okay, here's another one that I disagree. I think maybe you will. So a lot of the rankings had Brian from Family Guy as
Yeah.
an annoying character.
I don't see that.
Well, he wasn't like an addition though. He's always been on the show.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, no, it wasn't an addition. It was a character almost
Yeah, I
ruined
mean,
the show.
Brian, the dog?
It says Brian in a lot
No,
of those.
I don't see that.
He's awesome.
It wasn't about an addition. It was about like what
He's
character.
great.
shows.
Still, it's. Why would you say Brian?
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Yeah.
He's great
I
because
saw
he's
it.
like the liberal guy, but he's always he does never follows what he says.
Yeah, you got
If
enough,
if
enough
you
to buy a
watch,
fake mustache.
he always is talking about his books, but he doesn't know what's in them and shit. You know, it's yeah. Well, that's well, you know, a lot of people read Hemingway and what'd you read by Hemingway? Well, you know, I read all the. I
gotta watch more
just all
Family Guy.
bullshit.
I didn't watch.
It's all
watch
I've
it
seen.
all.
I
don't watch
watched it
Family
for a
Guy?
while with Jackson. I watched it for a little while, but I've yet to see. I have not seen all of them. There's no way.
There's a lot of them.
It's like was trying to see all the Simpsons.
I got one. Nobody's. Yeah, no kid. I quit watching that after
Yeah.
like season 29 or something. Nobody mentioned Scrappy Doo.
Yeah, it's
He
That's
killed.
what started
it.
He killed the show. I
Yeah.
mean,
He's the goat.
yeah, you got you got Scooby and Scrap or Scooby and Shaggy. They're afraid of the ghost. Oh, Scooby, let's get out of here. Whoop, whoop, you know, and they run. And then Scrappy, this little shit, wants to fight them all, and he doesn't even fit. It don't
Terrible.
sense.
No, it didn't. You're correct. Scrappy was
Yep.
terrible. Ad.
The only one I got left, Tori Spelling on Saved by the Bell.
Was she on there?
Or
Yeah,
anything.
she was Screech's girlfriend.
How about Tori
Oh, she
Spelling
was.
on 90210?
How about Tori Spelling on?
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
She was
life.
the, she was
Dude,
the,
they just stuck
the
her in
daughter of the producer.
Yeah, they
What-
just
what
kept
it
sticking
was.
her in there.
I tried to I was gonna try to make some sort of like Stephen A. Any show. That's right there.
That's awesome.
Stephen A.
We just lost another viewer.
I think it's Frozen.
Oh,
No.
Frozen. That's a great. I like
Oh,
Anna
God.
and Elsa.
I don't like that stupid snowman kid.
You don't like the dude, Olaf?
Olaf, yeah. No, we should get rid of him.
Wow.
Oh, sweet. There we go. Who wants some more beer? Because we're doing
No.
a shot on Malort.
Yes.
I'll just do the Malort. Jesus. Give me I don't want any of that beer shit. Give me some Malort.
Would you write baseball sucks? Here, you want a drink of this? It's like I like lamp.
Where is it?
You guys hear? Are we done with that? Yeah. You guys hear that? Good news today came out. The Buccaneers are going to bring back the creamsicle uniforms.
Yeah, I did see that.
Why would you save me this much?
You can share.
I need some too.
It's okay to share. This guy, it's a beer hog. Also, Gio, the Dolphins were going to try to pursue Sean Payne and add Tom Brady to the ownership group, but didn't work out.
I heard that.
That came out. Also, the Packers will play in London along with other teams next year, but in the promo, no Adams and no Rodgers. In the promo was 4 other players and not them. I can understand Adams, but Rodgers is weird because Rodgers actually is still on the team. He's not a free agent. They don't have to do anything. He has to stay or hold out. That's the weird thing. Adams can leave.
Yeah.
But you think Rodgers would have been
Rodgers
in there.
under contract, so it doesn't matter.
Well, that kind of almost, if you're Rodgers, kind of piss you off. Like, really?
Everybody.
I
has
can't
to
even get in
go.
this promo, man. I don't care if I'm leaving or
You're out
not.
to
I'm
get
still,
me.
Yeah, but I still kind of go on his side. You think that he would? I don't know, but yeah, left him out the promo. If you saw it, it was kind of cool. It was the old. They put him like they're walking across the street, like Abbey Road.
Abbey
was it?
Road, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was
saw
them
that.
walking across. Pretty cool. It was LaFleur, and then I think Bakhtiari, Jair Alexander, and who else is in it? I can't remember the other two. I really looked at
Should be Aaron Jones.
It's interesting.
Oh, it might have been. You might be right.
It's a home game, and we have the with our season tickets.
So we're going to London, mean you?
Yeah, we have the raffle. Like
So they're
the
making
drawing.
the Packers use a home because
It's a home team.
Who are they playing?
It's not even announced yet.
Why would the Packers do a home game over
It's
that?
a home game.
It's always a team that has struggling to get people to fill a seat.
For what?
Well, they figure
The Packers have never.
The Packers have never done it though.
Yeah, it's
They've
first time
never-
ever.
They're the only team, right?
So,
Yeah, first
so
time
do
ever.
you get a shot as a season ticket holder of getting tickets? For a game?
No, you just lose that game.
Are you serious?
Well, both times the Bears did it, they were the road team, so I don't really know. They were the road team. both times.
I was
But
going to reach out to Pete.
They can't make you take those tickets because that means you got to go to London and fly.
But I
get
wonder
plane
if you
tickets.
have
but if you
first
had
right of
first-
refusal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take them. Are you in?
I think about going.
How many tickets you can get?
That'd be cool.
I
against
get
the-
4.
if against the Bears. That'd be awesome.
I get 4, and we'll make a trip of it. We'll go to
Yeah.
Scotland. We'll
Well,
go to
we
Ireland.
make a trip
We'll
and
go
not just do a one-day
we'll go
drive.
to Richmond. We'll watch Richmond play soccer.
Eric just goes, we'll make a trip of it. We'll make a trip of it.
You know what I?
stay a week and go to the German game too.
You know what I meant.
We're gonna go to Richmond.
Why is Glenn here? Let's do this shot. Let's do the shot.
Eric,
Okay, before I do this,
Wait,
before we do
wait,
the
what
shot.
do they call this? They call it when you we're transitioning right now.
The transvestite.
Transition.
It's gonna be.
Ooh, you can't say that.
Glenn,
He hasn't been here freaking 4 months.
there's a reason.
Yeah.
Contract negotiations.
You've been grooming him, huh?
Yeah, yeah, I pet him a lot.
This isn't the actual podcast. We recorded yesterday.
Glenn feeds him milk.
You like milk? Speaking of milk,
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
here we
all right, here we go.
So we're doing Malort
I
in
wish-
honor of show 100.
I
Yeah,
wish Chicago.
100 episodes for the Benchwarmers and 100 years for Willie.
Hey.
Hey, my lord.
Check a look.
Oh God, why?
I
That
wish
is
Chicago would
so
have attacked
good.
Ukraine.
So good. It is.
I didn't have to drink.
It's very floral now. Let it sit in the basement for a while.
So while you guys are
It's like
digesting,
Scott sound when I fart into his CPAP.
Did you fart into that bottle?
while you guys are digesting,
Yeah.
so we're celebrating 100 episodes. So here's some of the organizations that are celebrating 100 years this year: Reader's Digest, Time, the BBC, Stouffer's, which I prefer mashed potatoes, State Farm, Maidenform,
Swing.
Jaguar,
Jaguar.
the Blender, the Rose Bowl, the old Yankee Stadium, which were you at the old one or the new one?
New one.
The Lincoln Memorial.
That's still not torn down yet.
Here's 2 that should have been.
Blackface. No.
You ever been there?
2 that should
It's
have been
pretty
would have
cool.
been
Yeah, it's
Stan
kinda
Lee
nice.
and Betty White, of course. And the NFL's official name is 100 years old.
The No Fun League.
Boom.
I got something like that.
Yeah, what you got?
TV shows that didn't make it to 100 episodes.
Ooh.
Pretty famous. Star Trek,
Yeah.
No shit.
The
Oz,
original.
The Sopranos,
Well,
but
yeah,
it's famous.
gotcha.
Columbo, that's your thing. DuckTales,
That's not my thing.
6 Feet Under, great show. If you never did. Let me see what else that we care about. How about Shield,
I love the Shield.
The Wire?
Everybody loves The Wire. It's the greatest show ever.
5 seasons.
Have you ever watched it?
Yeah, me and Eric always talk about it.
Dexter, but that will change because I think it's coming back. Dexter,
It's already back.
so it's past that.
It's
now.
back.
Yep. Mad Men.
Great show.
Great show.
I never watched this, but it was pretty famous. Battlestar Galactica.
The original only lasts a couple of years.
Yeah,
If I,
73 episodes.
Yeah.
Yep. Prison Break, another great show. Didn't make it. Breaking Bad.
They're long. I mean, those are long
Hey,
episodes.
knock it off.
Hey.
Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, that's
Great
your show.
It's a good series.
It's a
Which
great
I want to
show.
watch. I really want to watch that.
You have
sometime.
shows that made it to 101.
No. The Americans, I heard that's a good show. I haven't watched
It's
The
all right.
Americans.
I like the Russians better. but-
Justified. I watched that one season. Couldn't watch anymore. Another big show, pretty famous, Downton Abbey, not downtown, Downton.
Down.
So and Louis. But
Oh.
he was canceled for other reasons. So anyway,
What was the last one?
Louis.
CK?
Louis had a
Louis
Louis
CK.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
CK?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't even know that.
It was comedy. So shows that make it to 100. So shows
Yes,
we beat.
And we
So
did
It's funny because half of those shows were like Netflix, HBO, FX, which aren't traditional TV shows anymore.
Yeah.
Gone are those traditional shows.
They were doing
Yeah.
like 12 1-hour episodes a
Right.
year.
And look at us. Look at us. We got like 2 hour up. We have.
Scott, did we make it to 100 minutes yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
right.
do that
Yeah.
every.
See,
You know,
here's the
hey,
thing.
whoa!
I
I
think
was-
we are.
sorry, just real quick. I want to hear it. But I was looking back at our first 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes. They were like 45 minutes,
Yeah.
51 minutes. Look at us now. Freaking
We're silver
blowhards.
boats.
We're blowhards.
We can do
Silver boats.
We can do 2 hours standing on our head, spitting quarters out our ass right now, easily.
Your wives
Easily.
must be impressed with your endurance now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know.
No, I want to hear your.
I haven't had sex since this show started.
I want to hear your
Scott,
story.
you guys
It's,
were
it's
here.
normally Monday nights at
The one
6
I
o'clock. He
interrupted,
would
I'm
do
That
this.
sorry.
was it. I was just going to say that. I do have a story.
What's your
I
story?
got some politics.
Oh shit!
That's surprising.
Hey, are we gonna do our top 3?
Best in 5
Yeah, oh, yeah,
years.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Uh,
No,
go ahead.
but you
What's
were
your
gonna
show?
say something though. I
no,
interrupted
I
you.
was.
What's your story?
He interrupted me, and then I finished it. What did I say?
That's
No,
what she
your
said.
thing right there written.
Something
Oh.
about masturbating.
No, I just had some politics stuff. on
Okay,
there.
go ahead.
I was like, it's our last show. Do I want to ruin it?
He's second guessing himself right now.
No, I said, see, on Friday, President Biden promised sanctions against Putin and Russia and then promptly went on a weekend vacation. Today, he came back to D.C. and was surprised when he was told that Russia attacked Ukraine. Alzheimer's sucks, man. He's now threatening to unfriend Putin on Facebook. Those sanctions are tough, man.
The social media
You know,
sanctions.
the one thing about those sanctions, the banking sanctions, they don't understand. Then, as us Americans, you know, yeah, that's what we should do. The same people that are for the poor, they're killing the people. They can't get their money out. People that live in Russia, like us, their money's frozen.
It was like 19.
They're screwed.
And you know
Well,
what's
look
gonna
what the ruble's worth.
It's
Yeah.
you know what?
Less than a cent.
I'm telling you right now, that's what he wants.
I know. He doesn't.
Yeah,
care
I
about
want
his
to
And you know
know.
what's-
He's got a plan.
And you know what's
yeah.
going to happen? China's going to come in, get on our money. It's going to sink the dollar because there's going to be Russia, China, North Korea. You know, not North Korea, but you know, some of these countries are going to go to China's dollar.
Yep.
Then whatever they call it.
So yeah, I don't.
And
get it.
it's going to be 2 different currencies in the world.
Yeah.
All right,
It's gonna
let's
suck.
let's lighten the show back up.
Yeah.
No, he's got one more.
Oh, you got another. Oh, is this lighter?
Do you remember 7 years ago this week? Where were we?
7 years ago this week.
7 years.
What month are we in?
It's
March,
February.
End of February.
We were somewhere together.
Oh yeah. We saw titties.
Whoa.
Oh, Rodney Carrington.
Rodney Carrington.
Yeah, yeah.
That was 7 years ago this week.
Show them to me.
Yeah, he sings a song. He comes out. He's like, "Show them to me."
And,
And
Hey,
some,
did it happen?
oh yeah, a
there
lot.
was a few, and the lady behind us, she did it, and it flopped on set on my shoulder. I was like, "What the?"
And then you hit
You're
some
like,
ropes.
I was like, "Ah!"
he's like, ma'am.
Are we?
I'm not sure. There were one.
Thanks for the memories.
It was funny.
Just getting started.
She said,
We were way down front, so we were what, about maybe 8-10 rows back.
Who needs a shot of Malort?
We're about 8-10 rows off the front, you know, right at the stage. A lady in the front row of the balcony yanks him out, and they were nice. They were paid for. They were legit.
They're real and
And,
spectacular.
and you remember my wife? She goes, "Hey, that's one of my students' moms," and we're like, "Oh,
Are you sure they weren't good from far, but far from good?
oh, they were good."
Okay.
And it was like, man, she must be fun at conferences. But
Yikes.
and then me and Scott turn around, and that lady he's talking about yanks off her top, and we look at each other, we look back, and we look at Rodney Carrington on the stage, and he makes eye contact with us, and we all are just like,
No, no. Stop playing the song. They look like 2 water balloons when you used to overfill them, and they used to get like two.
About
like,
the burst?
yeah,
Like
you know,
about the burst?
it's like there might be too much water, but keep going.
but with freckles on them.
Oh
I
my
think they were
gosh.
crumbs. I don't think they were freckles.
It could have been crumbs.
You just described every
Hey,
Motley Crue
hey, they're a bit of a chew.
Oh.
But she was proud of him, man. Good
The
for her.
second
Well, yeah, you have to
worst
be
set
confident.
I've ever seen.
What's the term for those? They were there's a word for that.
Sagi Badamoys.
No, they call them the gopher tits because when you take off her shirt, they go for the
From Minnesota.
Minnesota.
We're just getting banned from the.
What Ron White used to always say, you know, you seen one, you want to see them all. So
Yeah, why not? I'll take a look.
Mhm.
What about our poll question? You got that?
Oh yeah, our poll question night is who will be top 5 in their sports or best in their sports in 5 years. I have a couple on mine. Matt Hoppenstead said I'm gonna 3 sports: MLB, NBA, NFL. Wander Franco, Giannis, and Trey Lance. Sean also said Juan Soto, Joe Burrow, and John Morant. That's all I got though. You got anything, Willie?
I got 2, but let me find it first.
Well, go ahead. Ed, you start off.
I mean, if we were going baseball, I'll throw out a few real quick. It's going to be, you know, Wander Franco again, Juan Soto, Tatis. I mean, I don't see Vlad Guerrero being there. He's too big of a guy. He doesn't really have a position.
Prince Fielder syndrome.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else right off the top of my head. Somebody, I mean, Mike Trout still might be one of the best. Who knows?
Yeah.
So
how about NFL?
NFL, well, Joe Burrow.
And how about NBA?
It might still be Aaron Rodgers by that time. Who knows? No, I doubt it.
How about NBA?
NBA. Oh, we were talking about this before the show. And the NBA is the toughest one because guys come out of nowhere. You know, you got an 18-year-old in college, like John Morant again. Geez, that's a tough. How old's Giannis? 28, 27,
26 or 7. No,
I'm gonna still.
No, he's 26 or 27.
26?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with him.
Giannis.
It's a good pick. I mean, he's been the best for the last 5 years.
How about you, my friend?
NBA, I still have Giannis, but I like Morant a lot.
Giannis is 31, by the way.
No, he's not 31, Giannis.
I just looked it up.
He's in his
There's
20s.
31's here. It says right here.
Holy cow, has he been in the league that
No,
long?
he's
No
not
way.
31.
No way.
His Cuban birth certificate finally came back.
He's like
freak.
25. He's seriously like 25.
Is he only 31? It says
31.
no. He's not.
That's his brother.
It says right there.
Is that Giannis or the other one?
Giannis.
Golf, India, Alpha, November, India, Sierra, Space.
He's 27 years old.
Why does it say 31? That's weird.
Oh, he's on
6'11", 7'3" wingspan, 242.
He may
It's
be
probably in 5 years. That's
maybe
what
the
it is.
correct. Maybe you're
You might have a good point. Is he might be a lot older?
Yeah, he'd be 31 by then. though.
27.
Right, that's probably
So that's a good point. Looking up his age for then, he's gonna be 31. Then will he be?
Yeah.
You know,
30 at
Yeah.
31. I mean, Kevin Durant's 32, 33,
Kevin Durant's a great jump shooter.
but Giannis is getting better.
Giannis will be 7'5"
I'm just saying,
by then.
Giannis is getting better.
He's still growing.
He'll shrink.
He has not peaked yet.
Yeah.
I say it's Giannis. I like Morant a lot. NBA. Baseball, I don't know enough about, so I'll just take a stab in the dark, say Ohtani. I like Joe Burrow a lot. I also like, if he come back from his injury, Chase Young. And you said I couldn't do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Golf. Colin Morikawa is going to be the best golfer in the world in 5 years. He's almost already there, and I just think that he's got the potential to win 8-9 majors.
Did
Probably.
you see his girlfriend at the Ryder Cup? I think we talked
No,
about
I'd
this.
like to though.
Oh, she's legit.
Is she?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's a
She was standing
he's a
right
stud.
next to me.
That she moved when you farted.
he's definitely a stud.
Glenn, you got anything? Oh, I'm sorry. You done?
No, I'm done. I mean, I wanted to hear if these two guys have any idea about hockey, because I've been watching a little hockey lately. Because I love the fact that hockey's more televised this year. You get TNT's got hockey.
ESPN,
I just heard
TNT.
Who's
What?
who's the young Red Wings guy? I can't think of his name right offhand. I just read a
Adam
thing.
Guidelock, if you're listening, tell me who it is.
They said he's got to be. He might still be in the minors or whatever. Or they said he might be in a couple of years. He might be the new young guy. And I can't think of his name right offhand.
Yeah, I mean it's fun to watch if you could get it.
I'm
That's
trying
the
to. I mean, still. I mean,
Yeah.
It's still the
Right,
same
you like
guys in
watching a
hockey.
little bit, right? You like watching hockey?
Yeah. I watch. Yeah,
I'll put
playoff
more
hockey
into
is
it.
way better.
Yeah,
Oh,
playoff hockey.
absolutely. But yeah, it's just kind of Friday night, Saturday night, watch some hockey. Glenn, what do you got?
So
Abreu?
football, no, I like Chase in football. Boom, Justin Jefferson. I mean,
Hmm.
the kid's pretty hot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good pick.
Baseball. Did we say Acuna? I mean,
Oh no, nobody said Acuna.
Good call.
Yeah,
That was a good call.
but
Yeah.
also, for me, the homer pick, Luis Roberts. I mean, guy's got potential.
I like that. That's a good call too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for basketball, I'm not a big basketball fan, but I mean, what about Dominic? He'll be 27 in 5 years.
Oh,
Huh.
Prime.
I was thinking about
Another
that.
guy I traded yesterday.
Jokic too. Jokic is not that old
Jokic,
either.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's on this list.
good call.
I like all those.
All
guys.
those European guys.
I think the
come-
NBA is.
Where do
looking-
they have
looks
Giannis
good
on
for
that
the next
list?
5
Number
years.
one.
They have him at number one.
It's one, then Doncic 2, and then
Yeah, I don't think you are. I mean,
Zion 3, and then
Yeah, but if
then
Zion comes
Jokic.
back and get healthy, he may
Yeah.
be. You
if,
never
if
know.
he works
He needs to
hard,
shed about 20 pounds, and
Yeah, but for guys like that, they shed 20 pounds. They can do it in 2 months and right work on them. They get fed.
He likes
they
that-
get fed exactly the right food and all
he likes
that.
that crawfish, man.
Well, he'll be
Because he needs to
26 too.
eat, but he needs,
He needs
to
to eat right, and he can afford to eat right.
Right,
He can
right.
afford a chef.
you might be right. He
Number
might-
White
If we
Castle.
could all afford chefs,
But he's
we-
living in New
we'd all
Orleans.
be
He needs to get out of New Orleans.
we could all
Yeah.
throw
It's
money.
hard to
in.
mix in a salad in New Orleans.
the beignet salad.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh, a po' boy and
I'm not a big fan of beignets. I think they're overrated.
crawfish.
But I'll still eat them.
I'd rather take a
shrimp and grits.
Cyclops.
Yeah.
Beignet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want? We gotta have a bidet or a cyclops?
Beignet.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
nothing.
sorry.
Benet, that's nothing.
Owen H.
Benet.
Kringle.
Okay, so Willie, who's yours?
I went with Juan Soto.
Yeah, I like it.
I went to Chet Holmgren. He's a freshman this year, but who the hell knows what's guy from Gonzaga.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I was looking for. Somebody like that.
Just kind of going out there, and then Joe Burrow's the easy one on here, so I just stuck with him on that. But
Yeah, he's
but
pretty easy.
you could go with his wide receiver too.
Chase.
Yep.
Jamar.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was trying to think of a running back, but yeah.
The only one I can think of is
Well, everybody's gonna say Taylor, but
Well, how about this? If because he's rookie this year, Najee Harris.
That's a good one.
right. Najee,
If they right the ship or he gets on the right team and they
get a line. in
But
front
because
of
he
him.
had a great he
The
had a ton of
trend is
receptions.
these running backs just fade out quick.
yeah, well, that's what
Just
you're
fade out
saying.
within like 3 or 4
Yeah.
years. They
It's gotta
don't
be
even
a-
do that 5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
Taylor's already
gonna be an
pa-
old back.
Yeah, you're right.
An
That's
old
what I was gonna
back.
say.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's gonna be somebody like Dobbins or some guy that who's the guy ATN.
Swift.
One of those guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Swift.
ATN
One of those
hasn't
guys
even
we
played.
don't really talk about.
Some guy in college
Hopefully
probably right
it's-
now.
Hopefully it's Swift. I got him on a.
Yeah, I had a couple people.
I
on
have his autographed
my
jerseys.
thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So Bob Pettit said Glenn Hanneman for hockey. No, just kidding. He said Morant for NBA, and he had Trey Lance for the NFL and Wander Franco. And who else I have? Oh, Christian Javier, John Morant, NBA, Luis Robert, MLB, and Joe Burrow, NFL. And he said, because I will add that there's a lot of young wide receiver talent. They get the short end of the stick based on quarterback and offensive line strength. You make a point. So,
In 5 years, the best NBA player will be Michael Jordan still. No, just kidding. Tom Brady in football. No, so basketball, I'm going to go with John Morant, but I'm also kind of a fan of the Murray kid. Let's see what happens in the next couple of years. The kid that was hurt last year came back this year.
Jamal Murray.
No, Javante Murray, I think.
Oh yeah,
is-
Javante.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
big fan is. For football, I'm going to go the other route. We didn't think about this guy, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I did think about it. but-
Justin Herbert hasn't had a chance to be. He hasn't got
no.
Well, when he gets
move.
when he has
Tell you
Devontae Adams next year, he'll be fine.
Well, and he's got. I mean, yeah, you never know.
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a
you know,
landing
and
spot.
They're
for
a good
Devontae.
team. They're solid, so I like him. And for Major League Baseball, I lean toward Juan Soto. Those easy guys. I mean,
Tatis.
I'm trying to think of a pitcher, but pitchers are so hard to forecast
Yeah, you
out like
can't.
that. You're not gonna. It's hard
Bieber.
to pick. But it's hard to pick that Max Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw that's gonna be like 7, 8, 9 years, or they just pound and beat Greg Maddux. It's hard. Baseball's so different now because they don't give them time, and any little tweak, they got to have surgery, be done for a year, and the other guys just pitch through it. Now
Is
they
it
don't.
going to be Walker Bueller? Is it going to be?
Yeah, Bueller's a good one. Yeah,
I mean, Grayson Rodriguez is coming up through the minors, supposed to be the next big thing, but we'll see. You know, it never works out in baseball. Very rarely, especially a pitcher.
it's easier to pick a position player than it is to pick
Oh,
a,
yeah. Position players are pretty easy to, you know who's who.
yeah. All the guys we named will probably be top 10 in
How many
5 years?
When's the last?
Probably.
When's the last pitcher you remember? And as Cub fans, we remember this is a guy like Mark Pryor coming out where you're like, he's in college, he can fucking get guys out, and he did. I went to his first game, and he was lights out. Then he was
Chris
that good.
Yeah, Sale.
Sale's another one. Yeah, I mean Archer came out kind of with the same.
Archer, but
category,
Archer has lost it.
But
Yeah.
he last in another player.
Yeah.
And
So yes,
and he didn't really.
Pitchers are hard to pick though.
Yeah, they don't last long. I mean, for every DeGrom or Scherzer, and Scherzer, it took him a while. He was with Detroit. He was with Arizona. You know, he moved around a little bit before he found what he was doing.
Jeff says congratulations on the 100th. Maybe we should go to Vegas to celebrate.
That's a good idea.
We are going. We are.
March 26th.
You can come. I'm leaving. I got my flight March 25th. I'm leaving. Come back the 29th, 8th, Tuesday.
And I can
You
stay.
got
I can
busy.
stay with
You
you.
got busy like
We'll make
I'll-
room.
I
You
won't
figured out
sleep.
10 days,
I won't
Scott.
even sleep.
Yeah, that's fine. Huh?
Scott, you have a busy 10
penetrating
days.
me.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to state bowling. Then I got Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I got Vegas and then
Glenn- is
fishing
Glenn going?
trip and
Oh.
then state.
Yeah.
Back to back to back.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to Bon Jovi.
Look at
Go to
you.
Bon Jovi with us.
He's not worth $150 to me.
You
Maybe.
I thought you had to work.
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay, good. Have fun night.
Depends
Go
on
to-
Little Man Logan's free.
Right.
We'll talk off air.
Okay, off air.
Is it closing statements yet?
No, no.
Did you
We
lose
still
job
have,
already again?
Now that what's his name?
we still have
Steve.
dad jokes to go. For
Oh,
Christ's
dad
sake.
jokes. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, I got some.
Oh, we gotta wait. Hold on. Let's real quick, guys. Want to go over before he's out of here. The top 25 for we talked about top 10 for basketball. Yeah, Gonzaga, Arizona, Baylor, Duke, Auburn, Kansas, Kentucky, Purdue, Providence, and Wisconsin. Around the top 10 for basketball. We got March Madness coming up in the next few weeks. That'll be fun to watch. It'll be interesting. Good time. So where to go at? Kyler Murray sent a statement out today. He loves the Cardinals, wants to stay, just wants a long-term deal. That was his deal. It's pretty incredible. This guy has 2 years left in his deal, I believe.
Right, he does have 2 years.
So I do not see them budging one bit until he can prove he can win
And
the last 6-7 games of the season.
the best Twitter response I saw to that, they said, "I'm not going to read it. So either good luck in what you're doing, or I hope everything's going well."
Yeah.
But
So-
now Russell Wilson's doing the same thing.
Oh.
He deleted Seattle from all
Oh.
of his feeds.
Well, Russell's different. He's getting traded.
Yeah.
There's no way they're keeping him. I can't believe Pete Carroll retired or quit. I can't believe because without Russell Wilson, they have no chance, and they weren't very good last year.
He's going to go do that 1-2 step with Sierra.
Yeah, yeah, I can see. There's a lot of places they've been talking. It'd be interesting where he ends up. That'd be cool.
One guy got that.
No, I'm reading down.
I have no idea what that meant even.
I'm reading
song
dad
she
jokes.
did.
Sorry.
Yeah, no,
I
I didn't hear a single word you said, Glenn.
Dun, 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 one,
I don't know her song, so sorry.
You're missing out.
She's
She's
the,
great. I
really?
love her. Just
Hey,
like
she was
Dua-
like,
I love her almost
the
as much as
milkshake
Dua
song,
Lipa.
"All the Boys in the Yard." Was that?
That
I know,
commercial. I
was
heard
it?
that
All the
commercial.
boys come to the yard for Eric's milkshake IPA.
Yeah.
That's right.
Again, another Eric reference. Yeah, I like it.
When he
Yeah,
was in,
baby.
Hey, you're staying relevant.
he's the cousin Oliver of the show.
As long as you stay relevant.
I was
you're
going to
in.
say you're the freaking Kimmy Gibbler.
Ooh. Yeah.
What is
Looking
Scott? What
differently
is Scott?
now.
Let's go. Come on, keep going with
Let's
this.
get
We're,
it on.
so Scott.
Oh, let's do dad jokes. Go ahead, Willie.
Dad jokes. We're gonna start with some dad jokes. Here we go. Let me find it here. Do you know, this is for Ed. Do you know how a non-binary samurai kills people?
They, them? I don't know.
Bit by bit.
They/them.
Oh,
You got it.
That's how the crowd reacts. I got another one for the poor react. Go ahead, Eric. Tell a joke. You'll find out if it's good or bad.
A friend asked what parenting toddlers is like. So I hit her keys, headbutted her in the face, and then I told her I loved her more than the stars. That's what I thought.
That's all I got. That was pretty funny though.
Wait,
I don't laugh because I want to use
Willie's next one's getting a dolphin.
Bucks 130
I
106.
think you want to participate? No. All right. So, did you know that Old McDonald got a promotion? He's now CIEIO. What? Ed laughed.
I laughed. I had 10 Jello shots.
So
anything's funny.
My wife beamed at me with pride and said, "Wow, I never thought our son would go that far." I said, "This catapult is amazing. Go get our daughter."
Yeah. I got one now.
Go ahead.
So I got carded at the liquor store. My Blockbuster card accidentally fell out. Cashier said, "Never mind."
Hey,
that's a good one.
what do you call a horny square?
Horny square. I don't know.
An E rectangle. What? That's awesome.
Any rectangle?
You guys,
E rectangle.
you guys know that I'm terrified of elevators.
I do know that.
I'm gonna start taking steps to avoid them.
You like that one? That
Hey,
was
you guys
terrible.
laughed.
I've been laughing at everything.
I know you are.
Hey, I got one for you. Why didn't the toilet paper make it across the street?
Doesn't roll that way.
I don't know.
Ready? It got stuck in the crack.
Scott's not even listening
hey,
anymore. It's so
Do you,
bad.
do you want me to say it slower?
Yeah.
When two vegans get in a fight, is it still called a beef?
Like it. I like it.
Hey, you know the man who invented Velcro died. Rip.
R.I.P.
You gotta say
You didn't sell it, Willie.
It's Willie not selling the jokes. That's what it is.
Okay, I want to know.
Here's a good one.
You
My
still
dad-
like
dad-
it. You
dad
still
joke.
like it.
Yeah.
It's political.
From your dad?
Is this from your dad?
Yeah, it's political.
Oh,
So
we don't like politics here.
you all still riding with Biden? Nah, y'all walking. Ain't got no gas money.
I like that one. You guys, how do you follow Will Smith in the snow? You follow his Fresh Prince.
What did Jay-Z call his wife before they got married?
Jay-Z's wife, where they got married? I don't know.
Fiance.
I don't get it.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Oh,
Beyonce.
Jesus.
Oh, I don't even know who his wife
I
is.
get that one.
You should have told me who his wife was.
Okay. Another political joke. There wouldn't be grocery store service right now if we ate our vegetables instead of electing them. Wow.
That deserves a Jordan laugh.
I don't have this. How about that dolphin?
There you go.
Dolphin's laughing. He thinks it's funny.
Okay.
All right, enough already.
Wow.
I know you guys will all picture Willie.
That dolphin, you know what? I'm going to put him in as the character that ruined that show. All I want to do is look at Jessica Alba when she was like 16 in her swimsuit. That dolphin ruined it for me.
I know you guys are going to picture Willie when I tell this joke, but a skeleton walks into a bar and says, "Hey, bartender, I'll have one beer and a mop."
Crickets.
Because it goes right through
It
him.
just goes right through him, yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you guys knew this, but my father has schizophrenia, but he's good people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, both. Sorry.
These good cricket people.
Good. Look for my dad jokes. You don't have any this week.
All right.
A lot of Ukrainian stuff on.
Hey, Ed, where's the flag?
Ukrainian flag?
I thought you cut one.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
What? A flag?
You posted that.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I post a lot of shit.
What do you call a man who can't stand?
Eileen?
I don't know.
Eileen, no, that's a
Neil.
woman.
Neil. Oh, which one are you, Neil or Bob, or is that just what you do? Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting back to the old jokes.
You know, the other day I got carded at a liquor store, but my Blockbuster card accidentally fell out. The cashier said, "Never mind."
I think I heard that.
He just told that.
No shit. I didn't even know Glenn was here. Are you serious? When did you tell that? No.
I was already laughing.
A minute ago, I thought you were being funny.
I didn't know Glenn was here.
I was already laughing.
Hey, all right, I got the
Hey, did you guys know that there's a Jamaican boxing team?
Hey, you know, we got new sweatshirts.
I never heard him say that.
What do you call a guy with no legs or one leg?
Eileen.
Can't stand.
Did we give any sweatshirts away tonight?
Yeah, I'll get him out.
I thought he was being funny. I started laughing, and then he just kept going. I was like, "Oh my god, he's Willie now."
All right, so I got one last one here for you.
I
I
hope
told you,
so.
you shouldn't drink from the same cup.
Or from the
Ready? What does a robot
Tap.
do after sex?
A data dump.
How about I don't know.
He nuts and bolts.
I like that. I enjoyed that one. And I
Let's stop. Let's stop on that one. Let's stop. On that
So
one.
what else we got tonight? So I just want to talk. So we talked about earlier, and this is obviously before you get funny, before you leave out of here, try to be funny. So we're talking about what do you call it? Give me one of those two, but don't throw it. Grow up.
Well, he's got to catch it. He didn't want to catch it.
I got to drive 17 hours.
So we're talking about earlier Russia.
See, I framed that too.
They're banning them from.
Oh my gosh, they're getting thought.
They're banning from FIFA and all that, and
IOC,
getting rid of them. And I understand why, but let's ponder this question. But we just had Olympics in China.
That's why I didn't watch.
Yeah,
I protested myself.
And people think
no.
I'm nuts. Oh, that's not. It's the same
worse.
concept. It's just as bad, if not worse. This is insane. We're crazy.
I actually just watched a show on Netflix, and it was about. It's called Rotten. It's about food stuff. I was telling you guys earlier. And they had one on wine, and China started this whole wine thing up by the Gobi Desert where they couldn't grow anything, but they brought in water and all it. And the first thing they bring in the minority Muslim people to pick the grapes. And they're like interviewing her, and she's like, "Oh, I don't like this when I started, but I really like it now." And it's like, yeah, 'cause there's a guy with a gun right behind you. But it's like, what the hell? But this was like from 2018 or something.
Benchwarmers hot seat.
I'm on the hot seat.
She is.
Oh. But it was just hilarious. It's like, dude, we just went through this with China.
Yeah.
And this was a show from a few years ago. So they were talking about how they had essentially slaves that were forced to do this. And everybody's just like, oh, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's the Uyghurs.
Yeah, they didn't call them Uyghurs because I actually looked it up, but that's what it was. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
But yet we're going to protest Russia for taking
Which
back.
is fine. I
mean,
can't say it's wrong or it's wrong and it's right, but we're not buying vodka. Well, then you shouldn't buy anything on shelf that's made in China. If you're listening to me right now and you don't understand what I'm saying, then you have no right to talk about anything because you don't get what's going on in this world. You really don't.
Well,
you don't get it.
If you're listening to us right now, you're listening on Chinese made stuff.
No, it's kind of an end of the bench type thing. But the thing that bothers me is that before Olympics start, Nancy Pelosi started on her platform, told all of our athletes, don't go to China and talk about what's going on with their people and what's going on because you're visitors to their country. Where's Colin Kaepernick and all these people stand up and say bullshit? Say what you got to say when you're over there.
Right.
I'm just asking.
Mm-hmm.
It says these are all. There's people over there being, it's just insane to me. Insane.
Well, and let's just wait for the whole story to come out at Ukraine because we're not hearing both sides, or we're not even hearing one side. I don't think.
So Ed, what should we be watching?
For what?
What shouldn't we be watching? Because you
everything.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't be watching anything
except Facebook Live for the bench warmers.
You should be watching the bench warmers. You should be watching, maybe some golf.
Yeah, golf.
Wow.
Not the Saudi league though.
I wouldn't trust any news organization right now.
Let's go. You know what? I want to go back to something here. Yeah. I'm sorry, not
like you wouldn't come to us for news like Joe Rogan. Now Joe Rogan's a news source, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah. But don't come to us and say, hey,
yeah. So we had a few of these, but I have one on here that we got to play. I think it might be a couple minutes, but whatever. It's fun to listen to. Let's go back to some of Willie's highlights.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I'm one of the essential people. I still have to work, so I go to work every day, but when I come home, I got this dog. I take it out for a walk, watch it pee, watch it poop, and then the ball for her. So that's all I got going for these coronavirus, COVID-19. Slapshot. You thought the best hot movie ever was Miracle.
Going up, playing my favorite song there, man. 139 times, Booty.
Willie obviously is back and healthy. Thank you for that.
I'm back. I missed out on the rodeo too because I could see Eric walk around in his assless chest. It was great. I didn't know what you guys were talking about, but it was great. What the hell are we doing and where am I?
Look at that booty. Show me the
Good, but every time I hear this song, I get goosebumps. I'm telling you. This thing is so juicy. It's so good. Eric, you'd love this thing.
I'm upright and I'm here. My closing thought is I'm ready for another beer.
I survived another week. I'm here. Let's go to Willie. Start us up.
I missed that. That tapioca, I'm telling you what, I have never had anything better in my life.
Oh God, I gotta play everybody else's too. I have them all on. I gotta play them all for 100. So you gotta play them. We're
Why don't we
over.
just go 3 hours now?
Who cares, man? At this point, nobody's fucking listening anyway.
there's 2 people listening.
Oh, sorry about the language then, for the 2 people listening. So let's go find who would it be? Ed. Ed would be next.
Don't do this.
Ed's Eric. We'll do Eric's first.
Because nowadays, since we started this, I'm gonna get banned from whatever it is.
We'll do Eric's first. Let's do Eric's and see if we can hear it
Well,
out.
I like Willie, and I dislike Ed because I love the guy, the Greek freak. Well, I'm disappointed because I missed out on the rodeo. Well, I mean, I'll stay away from the Packers. I'm good. I just baked some oatmeal raisin cookies, and I'm having those with my beer of the week. Greatest non-human athlete ever, Secretariat, won the Triple Crown. So huge. No, so the Kentucky Derby was supposed to be on Saturday. I love horse racing. Great. I didn't realize that was a jitterbug. I thought maybe there'd be a reference to Secretariat instead.
We're going to get banned now.
Well, Brett is one of those guys that he's innocent. He had no idea. This is Brett. I mean, come on. So this Brett Favre guy, he's a gunslinger, does no wrong. I got to say, I just, man, he's a gunslinger. I was thinking about Jen Sturger. And I was a Lance Armstrong fan. Just hanging here with sitting on Lance's lap.
Hello. Back in 1776, we said, "Fuck the redcoats. Let's get them the hell out of our country." And this is how we all feel about whether you're on one side or the other of the political views of this. I think everybody could clearly say, "Fuck COVID. Get the hell out of our country."
What happened? I blacked out.
My steak still has the marks where the jockey was hitting it.
Secretary.
That was Eric. So let's find Ed's now. Ed's are always entertaining. Here's Ed.
Elmer Fudd.
Oh, I've been really busy. I'm going to tell you. I've been piling up piles of toilet paper in my front window here just to show off my extreme wealth. How awesome is Brady going to look with a tan?
Yeah, it's going to be some child molesting song, I'm guessing. I agree with what you just said because I'd love to play a lot of people's kids right now. There's some stuff done today. I started my memoirs. Yeah, so I started, I was born and then I shot an 8-point buck when I was 11 and I hit a home run in a Little League championship game. That's where I'm at right now. And, and speaking of athletes that are full of shit, now that I'm on the subject, I don't even know where this came from. I was going to stop there, but you know what? Where's Kaepernick been in all this coronavirus pandemic stuff? I didn't see no big afro walking around in the back of an NBC broadcast passing out food to, poor people. I need a Altuve suppository. Rumor has it, Jeffrey Dahmer washed down his last victim with, you guessed it, a brandy old-fashioned, the drink of Wisconsin. I don't agree with everything Dahmer did, but I mean, come on. I'm going with a different drink next week because I didn't get drunk enough on these old-fashioned. I actually changed it up a little this week, and I'm going with Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. This stuff's delicious. Have you guys tried stuff? Jesus
good.
Christ, the dogs are all, get away. I don't know. My dogs get frisky when I start drinking the peanut butter whiskey. Yeah, if I want to eat some, fancy vegetables and crap like that, I'll call Aaron Rodgers. But otherwise, I'm hanging out with Cutler. Cutler's with me. I'm well, but I wasn't there when Miley wrote that. She was already 18 at that point. My second trip to the USS Arizona here, and I prefer time on the poop deck. Well, long snapper. That's like being the smartest guy at shenanigans. Gaining some hair, I think, on top. You don't want to upset Ray Lewis. Guys, I hate to brag. This weekend, I dominated my first round matchup at the Jeffrey Epstein Tickle Fight Invitational. Nice. Oh, wow. And my opponent's prepubescent hands were no match for these weather claws that I have. But next week, I'm matching up against Prince Andrew, so that could be a brown card burner. Yeah, I'd like everybody to pray for me because on my second round matchup against Prince Andrew this week in the tickle fight, I'm going to need it. I heard he's got a good grip. I was over at Little League Park, actually. They had a big tournament going on. I don't have any kids. You guys know that. I just like to cruise Little League Park. Yeah, it was very good. Lots of sweating. I'm going a little bit off the charts here, which is strange because I'm usually so focused. But I hope I don't take Eric's answer. But what is sexier than horseback riding? Even the terminology drips with sexual innuendo. In what other sport can a young lady wearing chaps get a leg up and mount an Arabian stallion bareback? I can't even hold it together. During a pole bending event. Then, after breaking in the thoroughbred with some endurance riding, she can dismount if his mouth is too soft to make it through the pleasure event. Those are all terms, I swear. I found a frog in my pond. I'm going Pornhub on this one. I want to get serious here for a second. Eric said something really important earlier about just watching sports for the actual, the show. Yeah, don't worry about these guys' lives and everything else. And I'm going to take that to another level with Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not a fan of the guy and what but I think I'm going to watch all the videos. Well, I wring out all my underwear from the week after all that hot weather. I can't even see the food because I'm kneeling and I can't see on the top of the table.
So that was the best of these guys.
I don't even
What
remember.
about yourself there?
I don't have any.
Whoever that was,
come on.
somebody did a
Me and
great
Glenn are losers.
impression.
We don't have anything, me and Glenn.
I do have one more dad joke.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh.
What did Ken say to his mistress Keely when his wife Lorraine died?
Ken?
I don't know. There's
There's
a lot there.
I can see Keely now.
Lorraine
Lorraine
is
is gone.
Thank you, Scott.
There was a lot of moving parts in that
That was
joke.
a great end of the show.
That was awesome. That was great. Let me tell the other joke one more time.
No, Eric, tell his joke again. That was awesome.
I was joking.
Hey, what happened when you went to the liquor store?
So
My brother was the car fell out, and they didn't card me.
I went to the liquor store and they asked for my ID, but my Blockbuster card fell out, and I didn't even realize Glenn was here.
That's another character, not Roscoe, but his was Enos.
Roscoe Pico Train.
Enos.
was cool.
Enos didn't need to be on there.
Enos.
Yeah, they already had
Enos?
Roscoe.
Enos.
Enos?
Yeah. Cooter was on there. What
Cooter and Penis.
That's a weird
Oh,
joke.
Cooter was a good. Those were good characters, though. Cooter was a good character. He had the garage.
I'm a big fan of Cooter.
I love Cooter.
You go in the front door, Cooters, and the back door's Enos.
Not Tyler Enos.
Hello.
What the hell?
Hello, Clarice.
Okay, closing thoughts. Let's get this
quickly.
Let's wrap up this.
Can't
100.
wait for 101.
Let's wrap up number 100.
I should tell a little story real quick.
Go
Just
ahead.
a short
You should.
story.
You should.
Close it up.
My wife said only I can do this on special occasions, tell a story. So I was giving her a massage the other day, we're laying on the, just a massage. And all of a sudden Siri jumps in and she goes, I have some info for why your nipples hurt. Why she was listening, but
Did she quit her job to feed you too?
it was really crazy. All of a sudden, I know why your nipples hurt. Okay.
That's it?
Yeah, that was the whole story. And then it went downhill from there because I'm almost 50 now.
Did Siri cockblock you?
Yeah, Siri cockblocked me. It was just like all of a sudden, just like, I have information on why your nipples hurt.
Nice.
She must have been listening on our conversation, is what I'm thinking.
This is why I go with Alexa on date night.
Yeah, Alexa's a little more liberal,
Little
more
little bit,
progressive.
a little bit. So I mean, I'm gonna get teary eyed. I think right now, especially looking at Willie. Not so much Glenn, but
Cousin Oliver,
100
got something to say.
episodes. I haven't been on 100 again.
Come on, Scrappy.
94 for me. 94.
Someone's keeping track.
And
guys.
it's been great.
I have been too. Trust me.
It's been great.
Ratings killer.
I look forward to 101, but I'm not going to be there because I am going to be getting on the road tomorrow and going to Florida, so I will miss next Monday. So
Can't you like? Can we call you?
You can call me if you want. I'm
Call me, baby.
I'm going to bring some beer back from Amelia Island. There's a brewery there. I'm going to bring some beer back. So we'll.
You owe me $170 worth of beer, just so you know.
Yeah.
Because that's how much
I
you
think
drank
if we
for
were
your
really
show.
keeping tabs on the beer.
You owe me $160.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Anywho, so
And a 6th round pick.
I'll get a 4th for a 7th, but it's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to the next 100.
Yep. Glenn, anything to say?
It's been fun again. See you at 200.
Great guy.
Great having you, Glenn.
I'm glad he tells good blockbuster jokes.
Oh my God.
So next week when Eric's not here and we really tape episode 100, what are we going to talk about?
I'll let you guys know.
Okay, thanks.
Awesome. Yep.
You could sit here and just talking to this beer-soaked microphone.
Just me and little man Logan.
And Jace. Where's he tonight?
Yeah,
What
where's
the hell?
Jace?
Where's
I don't
or
know.
Culver's
He dipped
boy?
out. He got nice lights for us.
Yeah.
He's the
dipped
sound
out.
effects of the show.
He said he dipped out.
I swear to
Listen,
God, I
Willie,
look,
with these terms.
I swear to God, I look like I'm 50 right now. Look at this.
Nah, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You do look pretty dope.
Oh,
Red.
Oh,
Okay,
Was that
Scott.
720?
no, Willie's
Scott.
got Willie's closing thoughts.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah,
Let's
leave
go.
it
Jesus
at that.
Christ. I'm glad he isn't leading the invasion of Ukraine.
What are you trying to say?
He might be actually.
I might have pooped my pants. I don't know.
Nope, sounds like our leader.
I was going to say his
Hey,
counterparts
I
representing
tell
our
you, when
country.
he grows a beard like this, he'll be in.
Yeah, you'd be able to respect him a little more, I think, if he had a beard. I
We're sh-
agree.
we're- when are we shaving that? We're shaving here on the.
When's the last president we had that had a good beard?
Yeah,
Abe.
Stalin.
Grover
We're
Cleveland.
gonna
Holland,
on the
right?
2-year anniversary show, which in a few weeks we're gonna shave Willie clean,
Are we really?
beard and head and everything.
Eyebrows?
Can we do it?
No eyebrows.
No, not the eyebrows.
Are we talking about like
Everything.
Are we doing
No, no, just the head.
Manscaped.
Shave his head, everything. We're gonna shave everything off.
Glenn got all
Yeah, but
like
you can't cut me,
sweaty
though.
for a second.
Well, no,
can't cut.
Manscaped.
I'll just use straight razor. Only the razor.
I'll bring the clippers.
Single blade razor.
If we're gonna do this,
8 inch.
we should do a lightning bolt in the manscape
1/8 inch.
too.
Stop talking about Ed.
8 inch.
He says,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's cold in here.
Scott, finish up.
No, he's got his closing thoughts.
I did.
He's trying, man.
I guess
He's
you're
hurt.
shaving my back.
I want Scott to close this up.
I'm going to. Thank you guys. 100 episodes. That's almost 2 years. Right?
I do remember when you talked to us about this. We're like going
52
bullshit.
times 2.
You remember Ed?
Yeah, we just show up. I shit you not. We show up.
Shut up, you
He's
guys.
like, oh, like check your put it on here, and then just start talking and stuff.
We're gonna check it out here, and we just were talking around. He goes, "Hey, there's a show."
That was 45 minutes.
Well, for 5 weeks, he was texting me too. He's like, dude, you got to come on. I'm like, no, dude, I'm making lasagna. I was busy.
It was crazy
I don't
though
like there's
because
that COVID.
Busy mowing the
he's like Ed, say the name of the podcast. I didn't even know. I'm like, Basement Benchwarmers podcast show. That's good enough. Take that's the one. That's the only one.
Hey, efficiency. You know,
I would have gave it a little more if I'd have known it was going to last.
it
this
sounded
long.
awesome. It sounded awesome though. It sounded great.
It's kind of like, when like I always say, if I would have took better care of myself, I'd have known I was going to live this long. It's kind of like with the show. I would have tried harder at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, hey, you learned.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think this is officially our longest episode ever.
Oh yeah.
We had to break a record doing 100.
So thank you guys. I think all the people that have joined us. Hags tonight. Michael Roach joined us. They've joined us before. Hop, who joins periodically for baseball. Adam, who joined us for hockey in the past, who can join us again hopefully soon. We've had many people on. Jace, who's here once in a while. Glenn, who stops in once in a while. Thanks to all the people that have been part of the show. Got to thank our wives for letting us do this, obviously, and our kids and everything, that we make time to do this. And it's kind of just basically become it basically is something for us to hang out, have a beer, and talk sports. That's what we do. And I thank Eric, Ed, and Willie for that. It's been a great 2 years. Hopefully we can do this for another 100 shows, and Glenn will stop by then, another 100. But once again, for number 100, we are the Basement Bench Warmers podcast, and we'll see you for 101.
I hate goodbye.
I hate goodbyes. Sorry, folks, park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome. Bye, Felicia.
Kids, Big Ben, and there's Parliament.
I'll give them more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Yeah, baby. That's what she said.